0.4% in the third quarter, fueled by strong consumer and government spending, with increases in investment activity and exports. Consumer spending rose 3.5%, up from 2.5% in the second quarter. The government is scheduled to release its first estimate of fourth quarter GDP next week, and the Atlanta Fed's GDP Now model is projecting 5.4% growth.
The Dow from Stifel's up 448 points to 49,525. We've got a stalled vehicle, 270 north at Dorset. That's got the left lane and shoulder closed. Some road work on 70 east at West Florissant. That's got the left lane closed. And a stall 70 east at I-170 on the right shoulder.
A winter storm watch is in effect Saturday midnight until Sunday noontime, but until then it is quiet. Partly sunny skies going through our Thursday afternoon, 37 for the high. Tonight, clouds take over. It's windy and very cold, 12 for the overnight low. Friday, cloudy skies. It's a dry day on Friday and cold, 14. Most of Friday night is dry, 4 degrees for the overnight low. Then on Saturday, periods of snow with the focus on the afternoon, 15 and windy. Saturday night, snow ends by about midnight and 9 degrees. The whole system starts to pull away slowly on Sunday, but Sunday is still very cold. Can't put numbers on this thing yet, but I am anticipating some accumulating snow from the St. Louis area south, especially over southern Missouri and southern Illinois. I will keep you up to date. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
And right now we've got sunshine, 37 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Cardinal Cowboy here. Renner Garage Door has you covered. Renner's been turning garage doors from zero to hero since 1966. RennerDoorSTL.com.
RENNER. The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DJS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Thursday. Sounds about right. Could live a Thursday. Thursday's okay. Mm-hmm. I was just telling the guys looking out our KMOX window, which we look due west, and it always kind of freaks me out because you know that by Sunday morning, whether it's 3 inches or 13 inches,
it's out there somewhere.
We're going to have snow.
Yeah.
And I always think to myself, like when we have some sort of a snow event, like, man, just yesterday there's no snow at all. It's the dumbest thing ever, but I always clock it. So I think people are getting mad at Dave Murray not giving those numbers. Because a lot of people are giving numbers now.
Yeah.
And they're big numbers.
You got to have actual numbers, though. Do we want the fancy early ones, or do we want the ones that are going to end up being more right?
Fancy early. I want drama.
You and Steve both.
Yeah. I want drama.
We need Snowmageddon.
I just want it personally. I enjoy the drama of it. Oh my gosh. Well, what's it going to be?
Worst.
How bad is it going to be?
I hate all of it.
You know why?
No whimsy.
Story number 1. Whimsy, the number one word in America right now. People saying healthcare professionals, psychologists, we all need to find our whimsy.
Yeah, it's not in a snowstorm.
That's something someone with no whimsy would say.
That's exactly what he would say.
So when medical professionals say to find your whimsy, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Take a look to your left.
Okay.
Now do the opposite.
Don't do what Donnie Don't does.
There's pig will and pig won't.
I mean, I enjoy fun things. I just don't want to. I don't think of bad things as fun. I don't want to shovel snow. I want to be stuck. I want to deal with other people on the roads and in a state where we can't clear the damn roads anyway.
So do you not find anything positive about it?
If I had nothing to do ever, then sure, it'd be fine.
Well, for the weekend, you don't have anything to do.
I do, too. I got to coach on Sunday morning. I got to be out of the house at 8.
That's right, because you guys are indoors.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's not just that. Like, it's anything. Well, if I wanted to go to the store, well, now that's a giant pain in the butt. And depending on the amount, like a light snow, I don't care about blowing snow on that. It's fine. It's a 20-minute thing. It's no big deal. But when you're getting it like nonstop and you got to do it 5 times, it sucks.
Yeah, the one last year around Christmas, that big one, that was terrible. Like, trying to shovel the snow and...
Couple of inches of light snow, totally fine. No big deal. Don't mind that.
Yeah.
That's all good.
I miss the days of neighborhood kids looking to shovel a driveway for $20 or hell, $50.
$20.
I mean, we used
to get $5 at most.
Well, last year when we got that big snow, I shoveled about a quarter of it, and I'm like, I'm above 60. I'm not supposed to do this. Let's call some people. And Maureen was calling people, and they were like, minimum 300. Minimum to
for a driveway?
Swear to God. Now, this was last year when it was
Maybe
like
because it was super
12
busy.
inches.
Yeah.
But people are saying, like, we're so backed up, it's a minimum of $300.
Man. Well, get a snowblower. That's what I have. I got a little tiny guy, too. Like
you have a snowblower and you're bitching about the
That's
snow?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm sitting over here and he's like, I don't want to shovel snow. You don't.
No, it's not the end of the world.
You blow
really
it.
is. That's not the worst part. The worst part is the driving. If I didn't have to drive at all, it's fine.
How's the Camaro on the
It's fine.
snow?
It's got a snow and ice setting, so it's fine. It just keeps the acceleration a little more balanced so you don't get the spins.
Gotcha. Rach, how are you looking forward to it?
I mean, I'm happy that it's happening on the weekend where I don't have to drive, but then I worry about the people that still have to work and still have places to go, like Wheels said.
No whimsy.
Yeah, it's hard to like completely be like, this is going to be so fun because someone's life is going to be made more difficult because of it for sure.
Yeah. You have no whimsy. You are too good a person.
I'm not a good person.
Andrew, what do you got for me?
I feel the same. I do genuinely feel for the people that have to go to work. Like,
Okay, you're out.
Medical professionals. But I am looking forward to cozying up on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, that will be fun.
not
I'm not going to
leaving
lie and
the
say I'm
house.
not going to have fun doing that.
We can do that.
But in
without the
general,
snow.
yeah, that's the thing. In general, I do still despise.
No, you can't. You can't.
I do still despise all snow of every sort. And I'm pretty miserable about having to go out and
But
shovel
you don't
that
have
stuff.
any whimsy either, then. So why are you whimsying me?
I have whimsy. I just don't like snow. There's a difference.
Oh, so your kind of whimsy's good then.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so we're on the same page.
I don't know what gotcha this is you're trying, but you don't even know what whimsy is, dog.
You're right.
You know nothing.
Let me just cheer you all up. I really laughed last night because I watched the whole Donald Trump 90-minute Davos speech. And I didn't clock this at the moment. I'm a little mad at myself that I didn't. But when I saw the part where he said, World War II, if it wasn't for America, you'd all be speaking German. Well, the majority of people in that country and the majority of people in that audience speak German.
You don't know.
But also, like, that's the dumbest dumb guy thing of all time. And people say that's of all time, like, oh, the French, if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking German. Yeah, and if it wasn't for them, we would be a British colony still.
Right.
Like, come on, people. Stop being idiots.
Yeah.
This is not about one-upsmanship and, oh, we saved your ass. Yeah, you did. We saved all their asses in part because they made us, or at least helped us, against what was the biggest power in the world at the time. So, let's be a little more gracious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why is it all of a sudden now like we got to be like chest thumpy all the time?
I guess it's just the new normal. I wanted to ask you guys, I know we're not going back to 1992. I totally, whether technology, families, I get all that. But what we have going on now, this thing we have going on now, which y'all know what I'm talking about. Whether you love this thing or you hate this thing, do you think this thing is our new normal for maybe the rest of my life? Or do you see us going back to something a little more chill?
Well, let me blow your mind here. I think it's always been. We've always been. I mean, it's maybe a little more outwardly obnoxious with dumb names like the Department of War or whatever, but we've always been chest thumpy. I mean, what was Vietnam, Korea, the first Gulf War, the Cold War? What was any of that if not chest thumping and then going in in the case of everything but the Cold War, going in and trying to put our money where our mouth is. I mean, it's all chest thumping. It's all world policing. It's all. I mean, we've been calling the president the leader of the free world for 100 years more. You know, it's always been chest thumping. It maybe hasn't been so outwardly obnoxious, and we maybe don't have the guy, you know, who doesn't know what language people speak in Switzerland or whatever. Like, it's maybe a little bit dumber, but, like, it's not different.
I don't know. I think there's a difference. It may just be a difference in the details, but when it came to, like, Vietnam and Korea, we weren't, like, thumping our chest going, we're going to kick your ass, Vietnam! And don't mess with us because you can't. And, like, it wasn't that. It was bad strategy. It was bad politics. Because it was fighting the Cold War. Korea and Vietnam were about the Cold War. It was about mistakenly thinking that we could stop the spread of communism in parts of the world that are not our sphere of influence.
Well, but isn't that what Andrew's saying? Like, although we weren't saying those words and being quite as obnoxious, isn't it the same outcome?
The outcome is
I guess to a degree. I mean, like,
the outcome is saying we're in charge. We're taking control. We're the bosses. If you don't do what we want, we're going to come in and kick your ass.
Let me get it straight. So what you're saying, Andrew, if I understand, is that this is just a more obnoxious but honest representation of who we've always been.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's always been...
The underlying hasn't changed. Now we're just going like, yeah, we're going to kick everyone's ass.
The chest thumping and the ass kicking and all that stuff, that's never not been what we are. It just maybe wasn't so on the nose in the communication of it in the past.
See, to me, chest thumpy is the talking. Like, when you're actually fighting, you're not thumping your chest, you're fighting. The chest thumping is trying to intimidate. Like when gorillas put on the big show. That's what they're doing. When they thump their chest, that's not actually fighting. That's just trying to talk crap. That's sending a message. And maybe that's just where I'm differing with what we're saying, because I do agree with the way we've acted. I'm not trying to argue that.
To clarify, if we're going in this direction, to clarify, I would much rather have obnoxious chest thumping than an actual war. Right?
Oh, for sure.
I would much rather have the Department of War than a real war.
Which are absolutely related.
Absolutely,
Many wars have been avoided by some serious chest thumping.
Mm-hmm. And also have maybe been started.
You don't thump your chest at your allies, though.
Yeah, well, I think. You do.
No, you don't. When have we done that before? With our allies, with
people
that we are aligned with and we're partners with.
I would be extremely shocked if this sort of thing hasn't just sort of been always the way it is. It's just that in the past, the presidents didn't come back and go, guess what I just did in there in that secret meeting? You know what I mean?
I guess maybe...
and I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Either I am wrong, or I am just the victim of the propaganda of the 60s and 70s and 80s. Because I have, until now... I mean, I'm not stupid. I don't look at Vietnam and go like, man, I wish we could do that again.
Right.
But until now, until the Trump era, the chest thumpy era, I've always felt like I bought it. We were the shining city on the hill. And everyone wants to be here because we're not only prosperous, but we're good. At our core, we are good. And look at all this help we give unfortunate countries, and we are there to liberate countries when they're taken over by Nazis. Like, I believed we were a very good country, and now I'm not sure that I'm not sure that we're perceived that way. Whether we are or not is a little too deep for me on a Thursday afternoon, but I don't feel like we're perceived that way anymore.
Have we ever been perceived that way outside of America?
So.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think the difference, and not having, I grew up not with the propaganda of the 60s, 70s, 80s. I grew up with 9/11. I grew up with the Gulf War. I grew up with the Iraq War. In my eyes, I don't see America as an inherently good country. I live here. I'm fine living here. But I don't see it as, like, good. I see it founded on, like, on the backs of, like, slavery and, freeing the slaves, but, like, not really, because we were still doing things like lynchings until, like, 1995. and we're getting into these like stupid wars that we really don't win. We either outright lose or just attrition until they kind of like taper off and we just go like, hey, look over there. There's a different war. And I don't see us as good. The things we do I don't see as...
Do you think it's possible for a country to be good?
I don't look at them that way. I don't look at other countries that way either. I
actually agree with that. I think that's a good way to say it.
Yeah, I don't look at England and go like, England's a good country.
Yeah,
Ireland's a good
to quantify
country.
something as like, it's good, because if you just on its face like it's good, it's always good, then you're going to justify any behavior as, well, it's coming from a good place. We are the protagonists.
Yeah.
We are the good guys. And you can go in some really dark places just assuming you're in the right, you know? So
yeah, I've always said, and I could be wrong about it, but like I've asked in the past few months, do you think Putin wakes up at 3 a.m. and thinks he's a monster? I don't think so. I think people in history and currently alive who do things that I or we perceive as bad clearly think they're doing the right thing for someone for the right reasons. I mean, I guess serial killers know, I'm just going to go kill a nurse. But I agree with Rach that I think a lot of the travesties that have happened in the world have been carried out by people who believed they were doing the right thing.
Oh, yeah.
Since we have lawyers in all 50 states, I see and hear lots of lawyer ads. It seems that most are bragging on what they got their clients. But be careful. If you heard that someone sold their car for $500,000, you would be impressed. But if you later learned that it was a rare $10 million Ferrari, would you say that person got screwed? And that's before you even know if it's true. Who is fact-checking? And how much went to medical bills and lawyers' fees? If you want to get an idea what your case may be really worth, visit forthepeople.com and go to settlements and verdicts. You will see what a law firm like ours is capable of. And fact check for yourself. All that glitters is not gold. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. We won big, a lot. At Morgan & Morgan, we represent consumers. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What is it that makes the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid an incredible SUV? Is it the spacious interior that's comfy for the whole crew? Or the capability to go off-road? Maybe it's up to 600-plus miles of range. What if it's all of that and more? What is it then? The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. So much more than just another SUV. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
St. Louis has a voice.
KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
That voice has shared our stories from headline to history. From moment to memory.
Presenting the Barnyard Bullies.
Among those voices, Bill Wilkerson.
He fakes drop sets, looking, throwing upfield. It is.
Working at KMOX is an honor and a responsibility to represent this community. It's one we take seriously. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
This is Mayor Kara Spencer. Congratulations, KMOX, on 100 years of great service to the St. Louis region.
All right. Chris Yeager, you can't hear it, but I'm playing you some Sugar. He just let me know that one of my favorite bands of all time, Sugar, is going to be touring, and I will definitely see them because, Chris Yeager, I had a chance to go see Bob Mould, lead singer of Husker Du and Sugar, and I didn't because I'm an idiot And I decided to not spend money the one time in my life. They were at Off-Broadway, great place. My band's played there several times. And the tickets were like $150 a piece. And I was going to go with Nick. I started to say with my buddy.
My boy.
With my buddy Nick.
My homie.
And I just gagged on it. I was like, man, $300 for an Off-Broadway show. I don't know. That was stupid. Since then, I've spent $300 on...
But
who knows?
If you recall, we did have him on the show,
Yes.
and you guys became best friends.
Yes.
So maybe that's, maybe things will work
I tell
out
you
in the
what,
end.
I know you're being facetious, but
No, you guys really hit it off.
I have really hit it off with so
Yeah,
many.
no, you guys really connected. I felt like that was like
Yeah.
a really good interview, and you guys had a thing.
Yeah, like Billy.
It doesn't always happen, but sometimes it happens.
Billy Corrigan and my best friend of all time from rock and roll is Brad Delp from Boston. That's been a wonderful thing for me.
You're good with musicians. You
I-
do a really good job interviewing musicians, and
Yeah.
I think they appreciate that.
Yeah, because
I think they don't get a lot of that.
I think it's because I get it, but I don't try to
Mm-hmm.
It's like Wheels. I doubt Wheels ever brings up to professional ball players, I played Miami.
Every
Right?
single time, he does.
Unless they're Miami guys.
Right.
Every
sure.
single time he brings it up.
Yeah.
Unless it like John Jay, I mentioned that to him initially, but one time. Because you got things in common. Don't you want to bring those up?
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be that. It might be something else. It might be, hey, we grew up near each other. I know this guy.
But you
Have you ever
but
brought
you
something?
don't try to pretend you're the same.
No, because I wasn't. If I was, they would know. Like if I was the same as them, they would know.
Have you ever had brought up something like that, like a shared connection with somebody, and they were like, "Don't care."
Yeah.
I was expecting it more from Kevin, just because athletes, I think, are more
You
likely
don't really
to.
get it. You really don't get like I don't care. You just get it like it just gets the brush off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, whatever.
They're like, they're
that's
like,
great.
yeah, they're like, oh, all right, cool. Like, all right, well, there goes that. But most of the time, some commonality really does help. Whether it's, hey, I know your dad, or I met your brother, or we're from the same hometown, or we're near. Those things typically do help break the ice. Or if it's just a familiarity, like, man, you'll talk about with music. I remember I saw you guys live or whatever. Like any kind of real connection does help break the ice when it's somebody you don't know very well.
Yeah.
Like as an example, like I didn't know Mike Matheny that well when he got the managerial job. So, but I knew that one of his favorite guys was Dale Murphy when he was a kid. Dale Murphy was one of his favorite players. So on the first Countdown to Opening Day show after Mike got the manager's job, we got Dale Murphy to come on. Right? So that was kind of like, oh, look at this. We know something about you. That kind of thing.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand how friendships work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in these cases, I'm not usually trying to do make friends, but it is better to have people identify and be relaxed around you because of some commonality.
Yeah. I had a question for you on baseball.
Okay.
And it's only like a 2-minute question, so
Okay.
this is perfect. The other night I was listening to you guys, and I thought you said that the wins above replacement, that one win above replacement equals like $9 million.
About. It's somewhere 8 to 10. Every team's got their own version of it, but yeah, around $9 million.
Okay. So does that mean that if I'm a player and I do something that helps them win one game, they're going that game that we won has a $9 million value to them?
No, it's more the total value of your season.
Okay.
Okay, so
you see what I'm getting at, Joe? That sounded crazy.
Yeah, if you have 3 wins above replacement as your stat, right? If you're looking at it and you're like, it says 3 WAR, that is valued as $27 million worth of production. So if
not just those 3 games,
right?
The
right.
whole season.
That's just that because WAR is like hits and home runs. You add it up over the course of the season. So you'll have 10 early, but then you'll have 15 or 20 home runs later, whatever. So when you look at how teams value players, that's kind of the judge. So if a guy is making the minimum, but he's 3 wins above replacement, you have a $27 million surplus in production.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to encourage everyone out there to don't be sheepish. Whatever your objection is, whatever the reason is that you haven't reached out to Dr. Maupin yet, whether it's for testosterone pellets or it's just for something with your face. I know why I didn't. I mean, one, I was embarrassed. I didn't want to admit to anyone, like, oh, yeah, you know that thing you do when you can't do this? And then you get to a certain age, you're like, what the hell? Who am I trying to impress? And then on the skin side of it, it was one of those things, again, being a guy, I was a little like, well, I don't know about Botox, I don't know about this or that. And then the first time you do it, you're like, oh, okay, this is no big deal. I mean, it's not like... It's not shocking. It's not like when I got my wig and everyone's like, hey, I think you got a wig. If you want to feel better, if you want to look better, you can do that at BioBalance Health. Whether you see Dr. Maupin or her daughter, Dr. Rachel Sullivan. For all things Maupin, go to biobalancehealth.com.
Okay, I don't want to be mean, but if you're a guy and you just have a grimy, multiple times refilled bottle of Dial that's got the crusty soap on the outside, that's a red flag.
What if you just have a bar of Dial soap with no soap dish?
I never like the bar of soap.
What if you have one bar of soap and you take it from the shower to the sink, back to the shower? How would you feel good about going to that guy's house?
Oh my gosh, I think I would just leave without saying anything.
Chris Ranji, Amy Mark Scores, weekdays at 9 on KMOX.
Thank you, St. Louis, for making Genesis of St. Charles your most trusted and #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2026. We know your time is valuable. That's why every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis Service Valet. Unlock your e-price and save. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Or want something new? We'll bring the test drive to you. Visit genesisofstcharles.com today. Based on GMA sales records for 2025. See dealer for details.
All right, I know you want to hear Dave Murray's weather forecast. This one is sponsored by Financial and Tax Strategies.
No weather concerns this afternoon. Partly sunny skies. It's cold, though nothing extreme, 37. Tonight, clouds take over. Windy and very cold, 12 for the overnight low. Friday, clouds. Dry, though. All of Friday is dry and cold, 14. I think the bulk of Friday night is also dry, 4 degrees. Saturday, periods of snow with a focus on the afternoon hours, windy and 15. Periods of snow Saturday night up until about midnight and 9 degrees. And then the storm slowly pulls away on Sunday. I don't want to put numbers on this thing yet. It's just too early because the storm has not come over the Rockies yet. But I am anticipating some accumulating snow, and it will be a very dry snow, though it could be heavy at times on Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening, with the focus being St. Louis South, especially southern Missouri and southern Illinois. It's going to be a big southern storm. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Retirement shouldn't feel like balancing a checkbook while blindfolded. I'm Gary Goldberg, and my team helps you see the big picture so you can retire younger, richer, and with less anxiety. Because guessing is not a strategy. Tune in to Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg Saturday mornings at 7 here on KMOX.
Is life insurance part of your New Year's resolution? Listen, if you're young and healthy, it's simple, and any old agent can get it done. But if you're 50 to 60 years old with a touch of wide waistband syndrome or have correlating health glitches, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider. Big Lou doesn't bait and switch you in with young and healthy rates only to clobber you with the truth down the road. $1 million of coverage could be as low as $200 per month. And unlike that treadmill, this one won't collect dust in the corner. Call Term Provider, speak with Big Lou, and find out how much he can save you on your new $1 million life insurance policy. Start this year off with peace of mind by calling Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
John Pertzborn here, and I've come to respect the good works of Hardy's Rise and Shine for Heat benefit, supporting heatupstlouis.org, where 100% of the proceeds help families and seniors with Missouri and Illinois utilities. It's Friday, February 13th, your lucky day. Volunteer now or pre-order sacks of sausage or egg biscuits only at heatupstlouis.org. Put the biscuits down, gentry.
Friday night, it's men's Billikens basketball action as they take on St. Bonaventure. Pre-game 4:15, tip at 4:30 on your home for Billikens basketball. KMOX.
Welcome back, DJS. All right. You guys want normal or do you want philosophic existential? I got both.
Is it okay if we do normal? I knew I was going to hurt your feelings by saying that.
Dave, why did you even
Why
ask?
give us the choice? Just do what you would like to do. It's fine.
The intentional spit take. That was great.
Sure.
Dave's like, what sort of, do you prefer oatmeal or frosted flakes for breakfast?
I thought this was interesting. Rahm Emanuel, who is clearly going to run for president, has suggested that we write a new law that you cannot, I don't know whether it run, be sworn in or what, but 75 years old is the limit for the president of the United States, Congress, and the Supreme Court, or all federal judges. 75 would be the limit. What do you think?
I'm in.
Yeah, I mean,
I am too.
I'm fine with that.
Because it just seems so like, if you say, well, that's ageist. Well, it's ageist that you have to be 35 to be president.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Why can't you be
ageist
33?
that
Why
you have
those
to be
2 years?
16 to drive a car, which, by the way, is insane. You should have to be much older than that.
You should have to be 42 to drive a
You
car.
really should.
Yeah.
But I like it. I think we're just not acknowledging a reality of life.
Yeah.
That when you are 75, with many exceptions, my mom was sharp as a tack up to 96, but most people are not.
Yeah, it's not even about your sharpness in my book. It's about how connected you are to the mainstream life at the moment. And when you've been in a position for too long, you haven't been, quote, normal for a very long time. You're not shopping at the grocery store. You're not. And I'm not saying that you don't do that when you're 75. Of course you do. But when you've been on the bench for 40 years or 35 years, you haven't lived normal life for a very long time. When you've been in Congress for 40 years, you haven't been one of us for a long time. And I want the people representing us to be more connected to the way that we live day by day. So it's not, it's not about cognition or capability. It's more about the ability to live in and understand the world that the average person lives in.
Barry brings up an interesting point. You can't be an airline pilot at the age of 80.
There you go.
And I guess my question for everyone is, if Odyssey was bringing in a new CEO, and that CEO was 79 years old, which is the age of our current president. He's not as old as the former president, but we'll just use the current president as an example. If that new CEO of Odyssey was 79 years old, how would we feel about the future of this company? Would we feel... would you feel energized by that, or would you be like, why? What's going on?
It would be more negative.
Yeah.
It would also depend. I mean, if it's like the most successful person in the world, if it's Warren Buffett, I'd be like, maybe that's pretty
the
good.
guy who's going to I'm not trying to be crass, but how much longer is Warren Buffett going to be with us?
I get it. But like, if it's somebody who I know is really smart and who has been successful in everything they've done, that would make me feel better. But generic person, no, that would not be encouraging, because again, we're talking about the present and the future. We're talking about growing into and building an audience and a customer base.
Yeah.
And you need to understand the people. And that's, again, I'm not saying you can't when you're older. That's not the point. It's more about how far removed you are from being in the mainstream.
Yeah. I don't mind younger politicians at all. But being 60 now, I can report, sort of like being farther ahead of you in a race or on a higher hill than you, and I can see the next valley kind of thing. I can report that things happen to you when you get to be around 60. And at least for me, there is like a real flip of life and a real like, oh, crap. All these things these people have been telling me finally make sense. But yet I still feel like I'm young enough. Most people my age are young enough that you can talk about huz and juz and doppelgangers. And like, if someone educates me, I can get it. I can understand it. But at some age, it really becomes very difficult. So, plus, people take a dive. You can be perfectly great at 79, and by the time and look at Biden. I'm not sure Biden was perfectly fine when he got sworn in back in 2021, but he certainly wasn't perfectly fine by the time he left. You know, it happens. It happened, I think, pretty much during his administration, that 4 years.
Yeah, because this person is under an amount of stress that none of us can imagine. The schedule alone.
No kidding.
Like, don't take into account the responsibilities that are on their shoulders and the millions of things they have to keep track of. And yes, I understand they have a staff that's really doing most of that for them. It would still be very overwhelming. But just the schedule of the meetings and the nonstop events and the nonstop travel is going to take such a toll on anyone.
Yeah.
You add that into the mix with an 80-year-old, it's not a good situation.
Being reported that the subcommittee has elected to follow up and be aggressive with the Clintons about contempt.
Good.
And they're threatening jail time. Whatever.
Do you see, I didn't see this in
Follow the rules.
In real time. I saw it on a clip somewhere, probably on Twitter. They were doing this on CNN. It wasn't about the Clintons or anything, but it was about somebody went on a rant. One of the women on the show went on a rant about the Epstein thing.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Was like how people how are you not taking this seriously? How are we diminishing this abuse of
It
power?
was Scott Jennings. Scott Jennings, the conservative, said something about don't get your panties in a bunch. And this more liberal, I don't know her name,
I don't
on
know who it was either.
CNN just laced him. Like, how dare you? How dare you be so trite about child rape? And every woman watching right now is disgusted by you. Like, it was a takedown.
Yeah, and I didn't see that he had said that. That's not really kind of the point that I'm getting at. But the rant struck me as this bigger problem that we face is we're all mad at the person that lives down the street from us that votes a different way than we do. But there's an entire structure in place right now protecting a multi-generational sex trafficking scheme. And again, I don't know who it hits and who it doesn't.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, exactly. Whoever it hits, it should be out there. If it's a foreign leader, it should be out there. If it's a Democrat or Republican, it should be out there. If it's a Hollywood star, it should be out there. And there's the arguments for hiding this information are not good enough. This is not about national security. And if it is, we need to know about that. Because if our national security can be compromised by a pedophile ring, that doesn't say good things. Which is why so many, what do you think the percentages of human beings, American citizens, that think the same way that we're doing right now? Like, just put it all out there. I would bet it's 80%.
At least.
So,
and if you don't, I have to question your intentions. For example, if instead of Jeffrey Epstein, this was Kevin Wheeler or Dave Glover, we would be in each other's file. And even if we had nothing to do with it, didn't know, if it were me in your file, I would expect to be outed. And then it's on me to say, Kevin was friend, Kevin had problems, I didn't know about them, I never took part. But I don't feel like it should just immediately be protect me, a grown-up who decided to have this relationship with you. I can protect myself once it's there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
hey, as long as those guys are getting protected, who cares about the girls?
Yeah,
they already got hurt, so who cares? Like, nothing we can do about it now, right? But let's keep protecting those guys that might get their feelings hurt. Maybe somebody would lose some money. Wouldn't that be horrible? Oh, my gosh. That would be the end of the world.
I wonder what's going to happen, because they're not going to suddenly come up with 99% of these files.
No.
It's not going to be this year.
No, no. It's not going to happen.
Well, and that's
we'll
the
be
thing.
Arguing about this in 30 or 40 years.
How are we talking? Look, this is not me defending Bill Clinton, because that guy's got a lot of problems, and those are just the ones we know about. But how are we going to talk about throwing him in jail for not complying with the subpoena when the actual Department of Justice won't release the files? Like, that is a contradiction.
Yeah, agreed.
It doesn't make any sense.
Agreed. Yeah, if Pam Bondi needs to be impeached or fired or whatever, and yeah, I agree. Also, related story, Ghislaine Maxwell is going to appear before Congress.
Okay.
They're expecting her to take the fifth on everything. Plus, it's not just the obvious, like, I don't think she's very trustworthy. Just the way she did that interview with Blanche and the things that she said, I just think she's a gigantic liar.
But also, we still haven't gotten an explanation of any substance from anybody saying why she got preferential treatment and why she's in such a nice place now.
No.
With a lawyer's eye, what would be the purpose of if you're expecting her to take the fifth on everything, and that's them saying it before they even put her on the stand? With your lawyer's eye, why do that? What's the purpose of doing
It's
that?
less of a lawyer thing, just more of like just showboating. You know?
Yeah.
Or to be able to say, like, hey, we brought her in. We
Right.
couldn't force her to testify, but we brought her in. We're doing what we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd still want to know, why is she getting such nice treatment? I mean, that is someone convicted for exploiting young women and minors. I mean,
again, I think that this bears repeating. Everyone knows it, but if we weren't in this insane environment, we would be talking about this story every single night.
Which is, some people would argue that's why we live in an insane environment, because you got to throw flack into the air to take away from this. Because this, I'm not even a conspiracy theorist, but the way this has played out over decades with Jeffrey Epstein, it is so clear that very powerful people would be in danger if this information came out. Why do you think this guy got special treatment in Florida when he was being prosecuted in such a sweetheart deal? Why do you think that this takes so long? If there was no danger to anyone important, and I'm not picking any one person or any one party, if there was no danger to anybody, those files would be released. They wouldn't do. I mean, like, think about all of the cases that have been prosecuted over the course of time in the United States related to sex trafficking, related to pedophile rings. Do they do this with all of them? When you have victims out there saying, release it, right? They're not saying, no, don't do this. They're saying, no, put it out there. We want the world to know what's involved here.
Yeah. Tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts. I talk about them pretty much every day. And having grown up here as a kid, I'm a St. Louis boy. I've always known about Mosby, and Mr. Mosby had the show on the weekends. Now Rich has it, and they are just the absolute gold standard, not just of home remodeling in St. Louis, but they're just a great example of a St. Louis business. You know, they've been doing it for decades. They've been doing it at the very top of their game. They haven't lost a step. They haven't lost their fastball at all. Pretty much anything that you guys can dream up. In any room of your house or outside of your house. Like, they're great at the outdoor stuff as well. And it's a good time of year to do it. You know, it's starting over and New Year's resolutions and blah, blah. You guys get that. But I think especially just spending more time at home during the cold weather months, spending more time over the holidays. Sometimes you kind of fall out of love with your kitchen or fall in love with someone else's finished basement. When you are ready to talk to them, just know you will be treated with such absolute tender loving care, such professionalism, such courtesy, whether you end up going with us or not. It's going to be revelatory for you to see what customer service should be like. 314-909-1800 or go to callmosby.com.
St. Louis, are you ready to go Hardy?
I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed.
The country rock hitmaker behind Truck Bed. Wait in the truck and one beer. He's bringing his No Holds Barred live show to Hollywood Casino Amphitheater June 5th. With special guests Cameron Whitcomb and McCoy Moore. Hardy, live, loud, and unapologetic. One night only. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at LanceDruryLaw.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
When life happens and you need to sell your St. Louis area home, call trusted realtor Gloria Liu with your home sold guaranteed realty. Gloria is St. Louis's real estate expert with more than 22 years of experience and expertise, helping you sell quickly and for the most money.
Selling your home can be so stressful, especially when life happens, like a sudden job change, a passing of a loved one, or a growing family. Knowing exactly how much your home will sell in today's market is the first step. Then I back it up with an upfront written guarantee. My guarantee is simple and easy to understand. If I can't sell your home at our agreed upon price and time frame, I'll buy it myself.
When life happens, the name to remember is Gloria Liu, your home sold guaranteed realty. I strongly suggest you call her right now at 314-325-6888, 314-325-6888, or visit gloriahasthebuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Welcome back, guys. DGS. Happy Thursday. Dave Murray will be here at 3:30. I'm doubting he's going to give you numbers just from the forecast that we've had so far. Others in town are giving numbers, and they're really big numbers. So just know that other meteorologists are giving big numbers on snow. So like 8 inches plus.
We should have a meteorologist fight.
Man, wouldn't that be great?
Looks like Anchorman.
Yeah, have it happen every year at Guns N' Hoses.
You killed him with a trident.
So, silly question.
Yeah.
We're waiting for it to go over the Rockies. Do we know when that's going to happen?
I think Dave said Friday.
Okay.
He said by Friday we should be able to give you numbers.
Okay. I trust Dave. I mean, I would rather be...
Yeah.
I don't get this whole thing where it's like, I got to be first. I got to be the first one to say it. Like, all right, well, I'd rather be accurate than...
Wheels, yesterday when you were salty that Bill Shatner was eating cereal in his car. Did you see what it really was?
No.
We should have known. It was a teaser.
Oh, it's a commercial.
For a Super Bowl commercial.
Okay.
For Kellogg's.
Then I walk back any criticism.
Yeah.
If it's a gag, that's funny.
Well, you were the reasonable one.
I'm like, don't eat cereal while you're
I'm
driving.
defending a 95-year-old guy who's eating cereal while he drives just because I like Star Trek.
It does make me happy, though, that I know that it's just a teaser for a commercial and not a real thing that he actually did.
Yeah. Is there anyone else out there, anyone in the audience who's like me and the Super Bowl ads are some of the worst part of the Super Bowl?
Oh, I hate it.
For years, I can name like 5 that I thought were really good and creative and funny and did what they're supposed to do. But every year, and maybe I just go into it salty, so I'm screwing myself. But every year I'm just so underwhelmed by these multi-million-dollar ads. They seem like something that if I wrote it, that would be like my first draft.
Mm-hmm.
And they just go with it. I don't know. Now it's just become a thing.
I will say this though, they as bad as some of them are, some are good. Some of them are, especially a long time ago, they were a lot more creative and it was original then, where some of these things it's not original now because we've been doing it for 25, 30 years. But I will say there is a genius in it because they have turned it into part of the biggest show on earth.
Yeah.
Like people tune in for the commercials, which is, you talk about a victory for advertisers. Somehow you have convinced people that this is part of the entertainment.
That was a sea change.
Yeah.
Weird little segment here. I'm just going to do weird little things. I think I'm completely done with eating things that are cooked alive. Like, it's just so weird to me that we do that.
Like crabs?
Crab and lobsters and octopus and other things like that. It's like...
I don't understand why the advantage would be cooking it alive versus just...
Or even if there's a big advantage, you go, oh, this is a living thing. Let's not cause it undue pain.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll eat a steak, which was raised from birth to death to be in my belly, and was executed in some way, and a lot of people won't, and I respect that.
Sure.
But something about dropping something that's alive in a boiling pot or a saute pan and watching it flail around, like, what are we doing?
It's fair.
Yep.
It's very fair.
I'm with you. It's not that hard to end it quick and clean.
Man, something about you saying that was really haunting.
I know.
Really scary.
That really
It was like he was.
It was really
like
ominous, wasn't it?
It was like he was confessing at like the end of an episode of Dexter or something.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
man.
Like we wake up wrapped in saran wrap.
It's the open to like confessions of a murderer, confessions of a hitman.
It's really not that hard.
It's really not that hard to be quick and clean.
Just do it quick and clean, man.
And kill anything cleanly in just 2 strokes or less.
We call it the serial killer's code, and you have no honor if you do not abide by it.
It's not that
I'm
hard.
glad you guys clocked it the same way I did.
Oh, as soon as,
As soon as you said it, I was like, scary.
As soon as I said it, I was like, wow, that sounded really
Whoa.
threatening.
So scary.
Did anyone watch the movie Free Solo?
No,
With
but I've seen the
Alex
trailers.
Honnold?
Yeah, I've
I
seen
know
the
it made
trailers.
quite
that
the
guy's-
impression on you, Dave.
It
That guy
did.
sucks.
And now he's going to climb the tallest building in Taipei. It's 101 stories. So it may be the tallest in May. I don't know. But he's going to climb it January 23rd, 7 p.m. Central Time on Netflix live with no ropes.
You want to talk about like a scary guy? That's a scary guy.
You mean like he seems scary to you?
He does all the. I mean, first of all, that's a scary thing to do and be like super
For
obsessed
sure.
with. And then like at the end of that movie, when you know his wife or whatever is like begging him to stop doing it, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna. Too bad." It's like, dude, come on.
To do that, you've got to be. I'm not saying he's insane, but you have to be missing something in your brain.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's definitely a part of you that is different.
Yeah.
And then also to like have your like life partner be like begging you to please take your life more carefully, and he's like, "Nope."
I'm not sure.
Nah, screw you.
Not sure this makes me a hypocrite, but I won't eat lobster that day. But I'll probably watch this guy, this human being who could fall and die. I'll probably watch that on Netflix.
But that person's making a choice. And I do think that's a different thing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. No one's making him do this.
Yeah.
He's saying, I'm going to go do this if you want to, like, follow me with a drone camera or whatever.
Yeah.
No one's, like, fishing him out of his, like, house in the water and going, like, into the pan.
Yeah. If you guys are willing to make one trip down South County to Lemay Ferry, you can go open up an account at First Missouri Credit Union. If you're in that area or you don't mind driving down there, like I do once a couple times a month, then you can just do all your stuff there. But credit unions in general and First Missouri in particular have this system, this agreement, if you will, where if you live in Clayton and there's a credit union right next to you, you can go do all your stuff for First Missouri there. So why do it? Why not just stay at your bank? Because no one pays as much interest in St. Louis on your checking account as First Missouri. 4.27% up to $100,000. That's pretty damn good. If you are going to buy a vehicle, you're going to get better rates from us than any bank in town. They're very friendly. They're very cool. If you have bigger projects in mind, they'd be very happy to talk to you about that. 314-544-5050, #1stmocu.org.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RAIN to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RAIN to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RAIN.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well,
I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
The Menards 15% off bag sale is here. Whether you pack it, load it, stuff it, or stack it, if it fits in the bag, you save 15%. Need new tools? Updating your bath or faucet? Or simply want some snacks? Put them in the bag and save 15%. So pick up a bag in-store at Menards and find out how much you can fit in the bag. Now through January 24th. See store for complete details.
Save big money at Menards.
When it comes to planning your retirement, there's a lot to think about. Portfolio management, tax planning, and retirement income just to get started. Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group focus on those things and more. Their goal is to help you achieve your goals. Call 636-230-8824 or online, yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IBW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
The Dave Glover Show on 104.1 FM KMOX and the free Odyssey app. The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, we've got some sun, mostly cloudy. It's 38 degrees downtown at the Arch. The latest read on the winter storm forecast from meteorologist Dave Murray. Dave.
Michael, our weather is quiet through Friday night. However, winter is really taking control. We've got Arctic air coming in from the north and a southwest low pressure system. There's still a long way to go on this, but a winter storm warning in effect. Let's just call it for Saturday night, and probably into Sunday morning, depending on the speed of the storm. The storm itself is still out over the Pacific off the Southern California coast, so we have miles to go before lots of details. But it's going to be cold. We're going to get snow, and we should get accumulating snow. I'll keep you up to date. I'll have the forecast coming up.
KMOX is covering breaking news.
Let's take you live right now to MoDOT Director Ed Hassinger, who is with the National Weather Service and the Missouri State Highway Patrol to update preps for this storm.
Event that's going to arrive in Missouri over the weekend. So to kind of level set, to get everybody kind of the equal playing field, we are really honored here to have Melissa Delia with the National Weather Service. I'm going to ask her to come up and kind of give you where the forecast stands as of today. And then those of us on the operations side will tell you what we're going to be doing over the weekend. And then we'll take questions after that. So Melissa, if you could tell us where we're at.
Thank you. So we are expecting a major winter storm with significant snowfall and dangerous temperatures to impact the region starting late Friday and continuing on into Sunday. And we're expecting the heaviest snowfall and greatest impacts to occur in southern Missouri, south of I-70. This precipitation is going to fall in 2 rounds, with the first round starting late Friday night into early Saturday morning and continuing into Saturday evening. And this is when we are going to see sleet falling across far southern Missouri along the Arkansas border and into the Boot Heel. That sleet across that area will transition to all snow, and the remainder of the event will be snow across the entire state. The second round of precipitation of snowfall will occur early Sunday morning and continuing through Sunday evening. Now, we have high confidence that we are going to see significant impacts to life across southern Missouri, south of I-70, but our uncertainty lies in how far north those impacts are going to extend above the I-70 corridor. Despite this, dangerous cold is certain with this event before, during, and after snow occurs. and that will make folks who are outside unsafe if they are not properly sheltered. These cold temperatures are going to linger into next week as well. And I'll turn it back.
Thank you, Melissa. I think you can see from that forecast that it's pretty clear that we're going to have a significant event, heavy snow, extremely bitter cold temperatures. And so with that, yesterday, as we got that forecast, we started mobilizing our team, started the winter weather planning events on Wednesday, and we've continued that throughout the day today, and we'll be fine-tuning that over the next 24 hours. So as we think about this, it's going to impact a majority of the population of the state of Missouri, fairly significant impacts across the state. And I want you all to know that as the precipitation starts to fall, our team is going to be fully deployed across the state. 3,000 folks working 2 shifts a day until this is back to near normal conditions across the state. So kind of the message that we really want to send is you have some time, right? It doesn't start until sometime on Friday afternoon or into the evening. You have time to prepare. So we're asking the public to help us as we try to do our job to make sure you're prepared. Really get off the road if you can. If you don't have to travel, there's really no reason to do so. And then give our team the ability and the room to work so that we can get the roads clear. I also want to reiterate to everybody that how we approach a storm is we work on major roads first. So those big roads that carry the most traffic, we work on those until we get them to near normal conditions. And then we move to our secondary system and make sure that they're passable. And we keep on that until we accomplish the goal of free travel on our major roads and that all of our minor roads are passable. So with this storm event, with the amount of snow and the extremely cold temperatures, which remember most of our chemicals don't work once we get down below 10 degrees, it's going to take a while. It's going to take us a little longer to get those major roads open. And then certainly by the time we get to our secondary roads, we'll keep working on those. But we're going to need people to experience some patience here as we get through the storm. So really the message is if you don't have to travel, don't. And if you do travel, make sure you're prepared. Our teams will be fully deployed across the state until we get everything back to near normal and open to traffic. But that could be into next week because the temperatures are not going to get much above freezing and there isn't going to be any sunshine until middle of the week next week. So we're prepared and we're working with our team. Our rhythm is always to work with our partners at the Highway Patrol and at SEMA and with the rest of the folks that are involved in this. So I wanted to turn it over to our partners at the Highway Patrol to tell you a little bit about what they're going to be doing over the next coming days. So it's my pleasure to introduce Captain White to talk about what the Highway Patrol is going to be doing. Captain.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. My name is Captain Scott White of the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Thank you very much for everybody being here and online. That shows that you are taking it serious as we are. But I do want to start out with something very important, and that is that we've seen this before. The people of Missouri, the Patrol, MoDOT, and all of our partners, we've dealt with these situations before. But this is a serious matter. We're here today with everybody because Missouri is facing this dangerous winter weather and bitter cold in the next coming days, and we want the public to hear one consistent message from all of us, and that is that this weather has the potential to be life-threatening if people are not prepared. From the patrol's perspective, from what we do and our mission, our primary and main concern is travel and public safety. Based on the current forecasts that we're seeing, we expect hazardous road conditions across much of the state, and that can quickly turn a minor issue into a life-threatening emergency. So here's what we want everybody to understand. First, if you do not need to travel, do not travel. The most dangerous crashes that we see during the winter months are from people who underestimate the conditions and overestimate their abilities or the capability of their vehicle. We We'll be out across Missouri responding to incidents and working closely with MoDOT and local agencies, but we cannot be everywhere at once. What might normally be just a minor incident may quickly become life-threatening, and that's why we're stressing avoid travel unless it's absolutely necessary in an emergency. And then secondly, I also want to address expectations. So as always, for the last 95 years since 1931, we will be visible and proactive during this weather event. Our goal is to prevent crashes, it's to prevent injuries and loss of life. We've adjusted staffing all across the state, and this is based on the anticipated conditions, and we will be able to respond effectively. However, during winter storms, help can take longer to reach people. If you absolutely must travel, what people do beforehand is really going to matter. That means checking your tires, your fuel levels, make sure your car is good to go. Make sure that you keep a winter survival kit in the car with blankets, water, food, and a phone charger. That's very important. That's probably one of the best tools that people can have out there, because nobody believes that they're going to be the one that will end up in a ditch or be the driver that ends up in a crash. But what they forget about is being stuck in a traffic backup for 6 hours or dealing with a road closure that doesn't have any good detours. And they're low on gas, they have no water, and a dead cell phone. So in bitter cold and these winter conditions, preparation definitely matters. And then let me leave you with this final message from the patrol. No appointment, no errand, and no activity is worth risking your life or risking the lives of others or any of us. The safest decision for everybody right now is to prepare, and if you don't need to be on the road, stay put until this event is over. I think I speak for everybody up here and the MoDOT crews and emergency services, everybody out there, that we'll be out there working long hours and in difficult conditions. And we ask the public that they do their part by making smart decisions and exercising patience until this event is over. Thank you.
You've been listening to a live news conference involving MoDOT, the National Weather Service,
Thank you, Captain.
and the Missouri
And
State
then
Highway Patrol.
The last person in our group here that works together on this year in and year out is our friends over at the State Emergency Management Agency. So their director, Jim Remillard, is here and would like to share something with you. Jim, thanks.
Thank you. I'm Jim Remillard. I'm the director for State Emergency Management. Our State Emergency Operations Center will be operational Friday evening through the end of the threat to Missourians. We will staff our SEOC with emergency support function personnel from various agencies in state government so that we can assist local communities should they need assistance from the state of Missouri. And as everyone up here has asked, please stay home. If you don't have to travel, don't travel. The time to prepare is now, today, and tomorrow. And please be home or try to be home by tomorrow evening. Don't forget your pets and your neighbors. Check on them, check on the elderly. This bitter cold is going to be extremely dangerous. And as Melissa mentioned, please remember the snow is going to stop and start several times. So don't think just because it stops snowing on Saturday that it's not going to snow again while you're out. So with that, everyone be safe, and we appreciate the support of Missourians.
Thank you, Jim. I think as you can see, we've got a statewide mobilized team of folks that are going to be working on this until we're out on the other end. One of the things that I just want to reiterate is this is a partnership not amongst only us, but a partnership with the public. If the public will do those things that we're asking, we'll get through this with the least inconvenience possible and have everybody safe. The other thing that I think is important is the partnership with you, the media. I want to thank the media for attending today, because your part in this is getting the information to people about what's going on and when they can travel. So one of the things that is most important for you to be able to see is what are the road conditions, and MoDOT's traveler map is the best information on up-to-date information on road conditions across the state. Our team keeps that up to date hour by hour, and as conditions change, that gets updated. So as we get into that part where Jim talked about that it's going to stop snowing and then start again, watch that map before you make that decision to travel, and that'll give you a great idea about what conditions are statewide. Because you may be in some place in North Missouri that's completely clear and you're headed south. You're really going to want to know what that looks like before you get there. So I would urge you to take advantage of that. Our team will be updating social media feeds and information as conditions change, so stay tuned to that. And just wanted to thank all the partnership here with the state team and with our team and with you all for attending. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
This is the first big snow.
That is a live briefing with the director of MoDOT, Ed Hassinger, as well as other officials from the state of Missouri getting ready for the big winter storm. We've got a stalled vehicle 70 east at I-70. That's on the right shoulder. Emergency vehicle 70 west at Branch. That's in the right lane. And a stall 44 west at Murdoch. That's in the left lane.
It's all about a 1-2 punch of winter coming up for the weekend. It's going to take a lot of time to unfold, but a winter storm warning in effect for Saturday night and into Sunday, along with a cold weather advisory. So we have the mix, a lot of Arctic cold air spilling in down through the Midwest. That is starting to take place right now. Add to it a storm coming out of the southwest. Now that storm is still basically off the Southern California coast. It's moving into the northern Baja over the next couple of hours. So it's got to get over the Rockies. It's got to reform in the Texas Panhandle. Then we will have a really good idea of what this thing is going to do. However, I do anticipate an accumulating snow with bitter cold temperatures Saturday night, and into Sunday. Again, accumulating snow, it is way too early to put solid numbers on this thing, so I'm not going to get caught into the fray, but I'll keep you up to date on that. However, temperature-wise, tonight we're going down to 12, 14 for the high on Friday, 15 for the high Saturday, 9 on Saturday night, and 19 on Sunday. So the cold air is in place. Whatever we see is going to be a very dry, wind-blown snow. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
It is a cloudy sky, and at the moment, 38 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Sandberg Phoenix serves your business in litigation, intellectual property, and products liability. We're more than a law firm. We're committed to your success. Learn more at sandbergphoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DG Ask 216. Am I the only one that hates press conferences?
No.
I just hate them. I especially hate them, as I've talked about, after shootings, because don't be congratulating each other yet. People are still laying there, and it's just like, I just want to say that Bob's the best I've ever worked. Like, shut up, Bob. And I know I shouldn't just crap on MoDOT, but like also... Like we have such little trust in them. And I know they do a really difficult thing in weather that's unpredictable, and I get it, but you're always like, okay, whatever, Jerry.
Well, they're trying to make up for what happened at the end of November.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, good. I will applaud that because the other one they screwed up. So don't screw up again.
Ray, did you notice the change in whiskers on someone in the room?
In this room?
I did. You got a whole thing going.
Kev's got
he's got like a little, I don't even know what to call that. It's like a jawline whisker.
He's got like a Lemmy thing going
Lemmy.
on. Yeah.
I was thinking James Hetfield, but you're right. It's Lemmy.
No, it's definitely more Lemmy.
Yeah.
Now I see. How have I not noticed
I've been
this?
laughing my ass off all day because this is the first time anybody said anything.
I noticed
the
it.
whole day.
I noticed it, but I didn't want to call it out just in case, for fear that you had it for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
And that's even worse if I'm going, hey, you did a new thing, and you're like, yeah, like a month ago.
Oh man, I thought that was funny. I was like doing this last night. And because Susan's in on it because I thought it'd be hilarious. And I was like, I wonder who'll be the first to notice. And I was like, man, I've been here 3 hours and it's the first time anybody said it.
I don't think it's bad.
No, yeah. My brother said it looks badass, and I don't know if that he means smartassy or if he's being serious.
No, I think it looks bad. Yeah,
I don't like it that much. I wouldn't keep it.
I do actually think it looks pretty.
I like it.
It doesn't look bad at all.
Leave it for a week.
A week? No, there's no chance it's coming for a week.
No?
Leave it for a year.
No.
Did you say what Susan's
You guys,
reaction
I was
was?
going to say, you guys will have to bargain that with Susan.
Oh, she's not a fan.
Well, no, we did this as a gag, so I don't think she's going to be a fan of a gag thing for.
Oh.
There can be sexy gags.
I did send the.
Sometimes jokes are hot.
We did send the picture to like my brother and sister just as a joke to get their reaction, and they were like, "What?"
Yeah, I don't see that as a joke. Facial hair.
No, I thought you did it. In earnest. It looks good.
No, it's more. Well, it's not a joke for like in general because it's not a crazy look. It's a joke for me because it's not really my style.
Gotcha.
But what's funny is that like when I saw it, I was like, well, yeah, if it's anybody I know style, it's Kevin's.
100%.
Like metal, sports.
Oh yeah! Look, I even got the Punisher shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you wearing a Punisher shirt. Yesterday, you were wearing a shirt that said "Cowboys from Hell." Buddy, I don't know what you think your style is, but you might be wrong.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I don't think it's going to stay though. I don't think it's going to get approval because
your wardrobe is entirely Slipknot T-shirts. I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
You might need to rethink what you think your style is.
Keep on your face what you want to keep on your face, brother.
Well, yeah, it's a combination because I also am not a fan of.
It's not Susan's face.
I'm not a fan of maintenance, so anything that requires any maintenance, I am not a fan.
You don't want what's going on over here, then. I know this looks simple.
All day he's just preening.
Here, you guys,
like a pigeon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you guys a picture that I made with AI.
Last time you did this, I was not happy.
It's not that. It's not crazy. It's this because I sent it to my buddy and to our friends, basically saying that I'm joining a motorcycle gang now. So it's me
going to be him
dressed
on a motorcycle.
No, it's me in a Sons of Anarchy cut. It looks pretty funny.
Okay.
It's pretty funny.
All right. Better look at it while we're on the air.
What will it be tomorrow? I don't know.
Man, I just think about all the think of all the
Dude, it's good look.
lakes that have been emptied so that Kevin can make himself look like a motorcycle gang.
So I can look like Ron Perlman.
Lake Superior is gone, so we can have 5 more Master of Wolves photos.
Someone just got cancer in a data center because he wanted to look like
Dude,
Sons of
those
Anarchy.
pictures are
You made a
great.
10-minute video of him wrestling wolves in the forest.
Why would I wrestle them?
Tell you guys about Michael's Baths, and this is my easiest life. It really, really is, because it's simple. He does bathroom remodel because you know what that means. You know what it means without bath fitter and 3-day kitchen and bath. But the fact that those guys have plowed so much ground for us on the national level that everyone understands like there are companies that just do bathrooms. Well, we just do bathrooms like them. But for the past 30 years, Mike, an individual, has been honing his skills in nothing but bathrooms. So he doesn't do kitchens and he doesn't knock out walls. You want a more beautiful bathroom. You want a safer bathroom. You have an elderly person that maybe has had a fall. We do all that stuff. But we do it at 30 to 50% less than the aforementioned national companies. He did great with his advertising on KMOX last year. Tons and tons of people reached out to him. Most of them hired him. He is local. He'll give you his cell phone number. If he says he's there on Tuesday, he's there on Tuesday. If you're a disabled veteran, you can get this bathroom remodel done by Mike for no money out of your pocket. He can explain how. 636-775-0800, michaelsbaths.com.
Flame Bearers goes beyond scores to bring real stories from women Olympians and Paralympians who've beat the odds. Hear from legends like Sue Bird, Caster Semenya, and more about what it takes to be a champion. Tune into Flame Bearers wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's ring in the new year by finally checking off something that actually matters. Your old videotapes and photos are fading more every year. VCRs are disappearing, and the clock is ticking to save your family's most important memories. Hi, I'm Adam Baselogger.
And I'm Nick Mako. We started Legacy Box to help you preserve your memories by converting all your videotapes, photos, and film reels into digital files. And this year, it's easier than ever.
Introducing our biggest kit yet, able to hold up to 80 videotapes or film reels or 2,000 photos. It's perfect for big collections. You can even send in old DVDs, memory cards, flip phones, or early generation iPhones.
Legacy Box is truly the easiest New Year's resolution you'll ever keep. Just fill your box and send it in. As the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos, all work is done in the U.S., and we're trusted by over 1 million families.
Start the new year right by rescuing the moments you haven't watched in years. Go to legacybox.com/radio for an incredible 55% off. That's legacybox.com/radio for 55% off.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com.
It's Tom Ackerman for Ophthalmology Associates, the doctor's doctors, 314-966-5000 or online at youridoc.com.
Hello, I'm John Rooney. Congratulations to KMOX on 100 years strong, truly making KMOX the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS. Quick little segment here because we had that press conference that went so long. Jason Biggs from American Pie fame showed his 11-year-old son the pie scene from American Pie just to, quote, control the narrative. He says that his son laughed and said, "You are a really good actor."
He wants to control the narrative. That's funny.
Yes, because every day in schools across America, 11-year-old boys are
Bringing up
referencing
American Pie.
Yeah, like, I think we're probably safe. But
That
that's
said,
okay.
if somebody ever found out his dad was an actor and Googled it, that's going to be the first thing that
Right.
shows up.
Yeah.
It's going to be
I've
the
never
first
seen
thing.
it, and I've never seen the scene.
Really?
Yeah.
So it
The
was.
movie's hilarious, but obviously very dated.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I was not allowed to watch American Pie whenever it came out. And then when I was working at Radio Shack years later, my coworker was like, "It's so funny. You have to watch it. I can't believe you've never seen it." And gave me like all of the American Pie DVDs to borrow. Because
Okay.
apparently there's like 4 movies.
Yeah, there are, and they're not good.
Yeah, I watched it. I'm like,
well, the first one was good in real
yeah,
time.
I mean, it was fine, but it was like, I'm not getting on the bandwagon now. Like, it's just, it was definitely like of its time.
Oh my God, yeah. I watched it not that long ago, and there are still parts that are hilarious and funny. I just like the dynamic between the friends because my group of friends was similar. We were jerks to each other and all that. But like, you watch some of it and you're like, oh wow, I forgot that was that cringe. It's not great.
You talking about the Fellowship of the Ring?
Yeah, exactly.
That's like me and my
exactly,
crew,
yeah.
basically.
It's like me and my crew, we bully each other like that.
Yeah.
I keep seeing these TikToks that are like, it's like when the group chat can't talk all, I don't know. It's like when everyone in the group chat like splits off in their own adventure, and it's like just scenes from different movies cut together. I sent one to Andrew the other day. I was like, this is the DGS on the weekend. Like,
It's very funny.
just
It's
all of us on our own
just
adventure.
random scenes from different movies, and it's like when the group chat is separated and everyone's on their own arc.
I'll show you guys on the break.
Today's National Hot Sauce Day.
Yeah, I got hot sauce in my bag, just like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Man, talk about cringe.
Bro.
Wasn't that one of the worst? Whenever she
All-timer.
did that Southern accent.
Hot sauce.
Shivered.
Yeah, I mean, she's from suburban Chicago, so, you know.
She's going to take that hot sauce to prison with her.
I mean, it's got to be a real dilemma because they've been wanting to lock her up for years, but then it's like,
Yeah,
but
how
then the
ironic would
DOJ is
that
going to
be?
have to release all those files, so it's a real.
Yeah, real conundrum.
Yes. I'm
can
excited
they
to see
do?
how it all plays out.
They found what is now the oldest wall painting of all time, cave painting, from 67,800 years ago.
What was it of, did it say?
It was Mel Brooks, strangely.
Wow.
No, it was one of those like handout outline things. So
keep pushing that timeline back further.
We really do. We really do.
Pretty awesome.
Start your day with an edge. Total Information AM. It's like breakfast for your brain.
I wake up, I turn on the news.
I gotta listen 3 or 4 times every day.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
I like to wake up with the news.
Total Information AM.
It's where I get my news. Traffic conditions and potential weather that's coming.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9.
I like to turn it on and just get caught up.
Where I get my news. The news, weather, and traffic.
On the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
This is John Pertzborn with Ben and Gentry for HeatUpSt.Louis.org.
We're the Golden Boys!
For the 26th Rise and Shine benefit.
It's Friday, February 13th.
Your lucky day to volunteer.
Or buy a sausage or egg biscuit for $1. At participating area Hardee's. It's HeatUpSt.Louis.org to also pre-order. That's HeatUp, STLOUIS.org.
Put the biscuits down, Ben.
Oy!
Because we have lawyers in all 50 states, I see lots of lawyers' ads. Most seem to be bragging on results, but are they true or misleading? For example, in some cases, a firm may try a case even though the at-fault party has no lawyer, then brag in the ad about their results. My son Matt got one for nearly $50 million, but we never collected one dime. Some lawyers may say they got a result even though they were sitting second chair at a firm like mine, and even though they had little to do with it. Happens all the time. All that glitters is not gold. At Morgan & Morgan, our results are real. Visit forthepeople.com and go to settlements and verdicts to see for yourself what your case may be worth before you hire a law firm. Do your homework. Fact check. It's easy and too important not to. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Let's go to Dave Murray's weather forecast.
Guys, Kevin Wheeler for FanDuel Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of KMOX, and, of course, my official sportsbook as well. FanDuel has turned on playoff mode, so all of us, every customer, gets a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. So this weekend, that is Championship Sunday, AFC Championship, NFC Championship. You'll wake up on Sunday and find a pack that's loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. And the boosts are simple. It's a way to level up your playoff bets, right? So your normal return on a $5 bet would be X. Well, this will be X plus a percentage, and that's what the profit boost is. So you're making the same wager, but you're getting better profit in return for it. So you pick the matchup you believe in. I am all over the Patriots and the Broncos this weekend. I'm on the Patriots with the Broncos having to play their backup quarterback, But if you're just in disagreement, play the way you want to, man. Take a shot on the upset if you want to go that route. Apply the profit boost and go after the bigger payout. So it's FanDuel.com/Missouri to grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Just remember, you have to be 21 or older and present in Missouri to play. Opt-in is required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. You can see terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You know Gray Bar for electrical parts, but there's one more thing you may not be thinking of us for that can help maximize your next project's total value. Our pre-project planning services are designed to help you win the bid, save on labor costs, and keep your installers productive across your entire build. The sooner you call us, the better. Because when we're there from the beginning, we can anticipate your needs and help you solve problems before they become problems. Yep, Gray Bar does that.
St. Louis has a voice.
KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
That voice has shared our stories from headline to history.
This is Harry Carey from the beautiful new Busch Memorial Stadium.
From moment to memory.
The tape is on.
Among those voices, Bruce Bradley.
I felt better when Jimmy Carter was president, knowing that Rosalind Carter was around saying, "Now, Jimmy."
Working at KMOX is an honor and a responsibility to represent this community. It's one we take seriously. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Friday night, it's men's Billikens basketball action as they take on St. Bonaventure. Pregame 4:15, tip at 4:30 on your home for Billikens basketball. KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 1041 FM KMOX. Happy Thursday to you. Dave Murray will be with us 1 hour from now, but don't get too excited. He's not going to give numbers until tomorrow. He's grown up about it, and he is saying like it has to get past the Rockies to even have any idea how far north and south it's going to go. But he'll be with us in an hour, and then tomorrow we'll do the real deal. Right now, live in studio, we have my friend Mark Cantor, attorney at law. Always good to see you.
Thank you. If there's snow and ice, drive slow and nice.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. I'm telling you, man, I have all sorts of anxieties, and I've never, ever had driving anxiety until my Jeep was totaled back in October, I think it was, September. And just looking up and seeing that white flash and being hit by someone probably going 50 miles an hour, never hit their brakes. I was at a complete stop. Man, it freaks you out.
Terrible, right?
And it leaves you, like, I drive home in bumper-to-bumper traffic every night on the same route that I got hit, and I am just head on a swivel.
Right, and people don't understand that in the snow and ice, their brakes don't work because they're sliding.
Yeah.
So,
and we do it, I don't know about you guys, my dad took me out on, like, a frozen, snowy schnook slot when no one was there, and I just drove around and did donuts and slammed on the brakes, and I still use that stuff today.
Same. And, you know, I let people come to my property. We have a lot of ATVs. And the best way to learn how to drive is where if you can hit a tree and it won't matter.
Right.
So like here, drive here. And it gives people spatial understanding for a car. And we have some big ATVs too. So it's the best way, I think, to learn. And then, of course, stick shifts. I want my kids to be able to drive a manual. And the best place to do that is in the country in Missouri. So parking lots and woods are great places to drive.
Yeah, we're the last generation to be able to drive a stick.
Right.
Yeah.
My kids can't do it.
Yeah,
so,
they don't even make them, really.
Right. I have a stick shift. I have a 37 Jeep Willys, and but I won't let them drive it because they're going to mess it up.
Yeah, for sure. So tell us about the Evening of Resilience that you're the co-chair for.
So that was last night at the Holocaust Museum, and I was proud to host Omer Venkert, who was a hostage in the terror tunnels of Gaza, held by Hamas for 505 days. And he was starved nearly to death and beaten on a regular basis and held in a tunnel that was 3 feet wide and 15 feet long and did not see the light of day for 505 days. So I was proud to host him and to sponsor him and his girlfriend. And they came and they stayed at my home, and they stayed at my property called Canterland. And just he's an amazing person and was just thankful for his freedom and had gratitude for that. It makes you reflect and understand how lucky we are as Americans to have our American freedoms, and how there's evil in the world. This guy came and exposed the pure evil of this Islamic terrorism, and that's what it is. I mean, these Palestinians in Gaza held him and abused him and beat him and raped and murdered people, and just terrible, horrendous, evil things that are outside of the boundaries of war. And he came and spoke about it, and that was amazing.
When I see the horrific things that people do, my fellow humans, I always think, I can't believe I'm the same DNA as this monster. Then when I see things like this guy, I can't imagine it. I can imagine a lot of things. I can't imagine 2 days in that culvert, 505 days. And then I think, you're the same DNA as that guy.
Right. And, you know, he had a little hole for his personal needs, you know, his toilet. And he didn't shower. They gave him a 2-liter bottle of water once to rinse off, 505 days. The cruelty is unimaginable. And so, yeah, I agree with you. I don't understand how anyone can do that. But there is pure evil in this world. And for him to get out and be reasonably normal, and to just say, I'm so thankful and grateful to be here. And, I knew he was going to have food insecurity, and he was staying in my home. So I just bought every type of food imaginable. I bought mango juice and pineapple juice and orange juice, and I bought steaks and, Nova lox and bagels, things that I knew that he'd want. And, they only stayed for 2 days, so I'm getting kind of fat eating it all, all the leftovers.
How did he get through? How did he occupy his mind?
So he said he had a mantra that I am not responsible for this, that there's nothing I could do about this. My obligation is to survive. And he had a schedule, and, most people, all the women died because they were raped and they didn't want them to tell their stories. And so only the men were released. There's still one hostage remains that's being held in violation of all the agreements. But he had a amazing desire and will to live. And his girlfriend actually came too, Adi, and she was a victim of the Nova Festival. Her friends were murdered. And, Omer tells about hand grenades being thrown in the bomb shelter. They threw 5 hand grenades in this bomb shelter. And it was a miracle that he survived. And there's, if you're a religious person, you might believe that he survived so that he could tell the story.
Yeah.
And he came and he told it, and you could hear a pin drop. He was supposed to speak for 50 minutes. He spoke for an hour and a half to a full room at the Holocaust Museum, and was amazing. So I'm grateful to have hosted him and that he survived.
I wonder if he'd do the show. I would love to have him on.
We could certainly, I'm good friends with him now. I've invited him back to Missouri anytime he wants. He loved Canterland because of the freedom, and we were out there. It was 15 degrees, and we're in ATVs without windshields, driving for 2 hours. Not a single complaint.
I bet.
Just so happy to be there. And he came with, he had our friend Nir, who is a retired commander of the Golani Brigade, high up, because we don't want anything else bad to happen. So they, they make sure that, and Nir was an amazing person too. He leads groups of Christians to Israel and knows the New Testament and the Old Testament. He's a Jewish guy, but he, will take you to the Galilee, and he'll take you to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, wherever you want to go. And know more about it than most Christians.
Yeah.
So it was just, an amazing blessing to be able to host these people in my home, and that, I'm happy to be here. And Cantor Injury Law was a sponsor because I'm proudly Jewish and support Israel.
Yeah, good for you. I hope we get to talk to him. That's an amazing story. Okay, let's pivot to talk about some law. It's timely that you're here because this weekend, as we know, is going to be some level of cluster. Sadly, people listening right now will have somewhere between fender benders and serious accidents. So let's talk about driving in bad weather. Let's talk about responsibility and culpability. And let's end with talking specifically about big rigs and trucks.
Certainly. So the obligation to use the highest degree of care, that degree of care that a very careful person uses under the same or similar circumstance, doesn't change just because there's snow and ice. So you have to give yourself a reasonable stopping distance. And we said at the beginning of the show, snow and ice, drive slow and nice. Stay away from the car in front of you. Only drive as fast as you want to hit something. So that obligation remains. You don't get to use the excuse, well, it was ice and I slid into their back. That actually wins your case. So the obligations are the same. Trucking collisions, truck drivers are usually the best drivers. They're professional, and that's the way they should be. But they make mistakes too, and truckers take 10 hours off and they can drive for 11. They can never drive for more than 14 hours, and we keep logs. And at Cantor Injury Law, sometimes we've caught them cheating. You got to keep your logs. We can compare those to the fuel logs, to the electronic data. But, tired on the road is never a good mix, and tired on the road with snow and ice is a terrible mix. And, these trucks weigh 80,000 pounds, and your car probably weighs less than 5,000 pounds. And so when there's a collision, it's catastrophic, and you need excellent representation. The insurance adjusters are going to have a person for the trucking company as early as they can, sometimes at the scene. And so if you're unfortunately harmed by one of these, you need a lawyer that's also capable of representing you immediately. And that's Cantor Injury Law. We're right here. We're only in Missouri and Southern Illinois. We're not one of these national firms where you're just a number. So I want everyone to drive safely out there. But if someone else doesn't, they should call Cantor Injury Law.
628-9999.
You got it.
Hey, how about that? 314-628-9999 or Cantor, C-A-N-T-O-R, CantorInjuryLaw.com. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Dave. Appreciate
Anytime.
it.
Thank you, St. Louis, for making Genesis of St. Charles your most trusted and #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2026. We know your time is valuable. That's why every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis Service Valet. Unlock your e-price and save. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Or want something new? We'll bring the test drive to you. Visit GenesisofStCharles.com today. Based on GMA sales records for 2025. See dealer for details.
Don't miss Mosby Building Arts Home Improvement Show, Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KMOX. One of the last call-in shows where you can get live answers to your remodeling, design, and construction questions. Tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hey, St. Louis City SC fans, mark your calendars now. The Boys in Red return to Energizer Park to kick off Season 4 Saturday, February 21st. And you could be there for the dawn of a new golden era of St. Louis soccer. Go to stlcitysc.com/tickets and reserve your seat now for the MLS home opener versus Charlotte FC. Limited quantities remain. See you soon, St. Louis.
When it comes to planning your retirement, there's a lot to think about. Portfolio management, tax planning, and retirement income just to get started. Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group focus on those things and more. Their goal is to help you achieve your goals. Call 636-230-8824 or online, yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IBW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 248, just about. Happy Thursday to everybody. We got you covered for the weather, not just on the DGS with Dave Murray, but all day and on Saturday and Sunday. You can always tune in to KMOX, and we'll have the very, very latest forecast and what's going on the roads and monkey updates.
Monkey updates. Mitch McCoy, who is the Director of Public Affairs and Information for SLMPD, says the department has no record of a police officer seeing a monkey in recent weeks, and the department is not sure where the health department got information about a police officer seeing a monkey in the St. Louis area. I hate to say I told you so, but I don't think the monkeys ever existed.
Fake news.
I don't think they ever existed.
The only thing worse than having monkeys is having fake monkeys. Like, we just look so stupid.
Yeah. I'm kind of happy, though, that there aren't any monkeys just running around.
See, I'd much rather live in a world where there are monkeys.
Yeah.
So
McCoy said he watched a news conference on January 13th from the St. Louis Department of Health claiming that an officer saw the monkey. He said that is the first we had heard of it. So then there was like an all-staff email. Hey, who saw a monkey? Please come forward. Nobody came forward.
Is this kind of like the whole who saw the UFO? Well, I don't want to say anything because I don't want anybody to think I'm crazy.
Right. More?
No.
Okay.
That's.
I saw an interesting thing last night, and it was talking about life and consciousness and things like that, and it was a group of doctors. And they said one of the most interesting things is that if your loved one is brain dead, and I know that can be kind of hard to understand, but if, like, they're gone, they're not here and they're not coming back, people are 99% of the time very forceful of, you keep my loved one alive when it's actually just a body, but you keep that loved one alive as long as you can. When the heart stops, now they're ready to accept it and move on. I just thought that was kind of interesting because brain dead, as I understand it, is dead. But as long as they can keep that body artificially pumping blood and moving oxygen in and out, they're just not willing to. And it's not even so much like, I think they could come back. It's just my loved one is still breathing and pumping blood. We're not going to do anything. Which I might be in the exact same position if I were in that position. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I would be a little worried that my loved one was miserable in that condition and would want to be put out of that misery.
Yeah.
I think it's an impossible choice to make. I don't think there's like a right answer for anyone. I really do think it's up to each individual family.
Speaking of, according to medical personnel on the scene, Renee Good had a pulse for 8 minutes after the shooting, a slight pulse. Now, I don't know that anyone is saying that she could have been saved because the gunshots were horrific to her face. But for sure, according to the medical staff there, at the time that doctor said, can I check for a pulse? And they said no. And you said, I'm a physician. They said, we don't care. She was still alive. Which sucks.
I'm sorry to her family.
Yeah.
Yet, people defend it. I mean, even when a law enforcement officer, a police officer, shoots someone who you know committed murder, you still render aid after you shot them. That's your job.
Yep. Yeah. There are theories that Stonehenge, that the stones were not moved by humans. They were moved by glaciers. And so scientists came up with a way to test it, and it's testing out basically pieces of sand, so small. And they tested 50,000 or something. And 99.9% of them didn't show any evidence of that. So now it's looking like however they were moved by humans.
Really interesting.
Well, I mean, the glaciers certainly didn't stand them up and put them in a pattern either.
Right. But they thought that they just dropped them off and they're like, let's
because they
stand
were
them
from
up.
a good distance away, right? How
Hundreds
far?
of miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, hundreds of miles.
Dude, that's nuts. Nuts.
I've been seeing a lot of articles outside of St. Louis about how it's a travesty that Jim Edmonds is not in the Hall of Fame as a Cardinal.
Dude, it's one of the most glaring mistakes to me in recent years from the Baseball Writers Association of America. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, and he was off the ballot immediately. And I don't understand how. I don't understand how you look at someone who had as many Gold Gloves as he did. And I think, what did he have? 8?
Sounds right.
There are almost no outfielders with 8 Gold Gloves. And if you were to look up how many guys have 8 Gold Gloves and 393 home runs, I guarantee you that list is single digits. I mean, I just did this the other day for Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones is one of only 5 players in history with 10 Gold Gloves and 400 home runs. And 2 of them are steroid users. 2 of them are A-Rod and Barry Bonds. So there's only 2 clean players ever to have done those things. Actually, I'm trying to wait, was it? No, I'm sorry. I got it wrong. It was no, that's right. Because there was only 5 people that have done that. Jim Edmonds is not far off that. He is in an elite category. And I think the problem is simple. He played during the steroid era when some of the statistics got out of whack.
Mm-hmm.
And so we don't put the cheaters in because they cheated, but then we also don't give enough credit to the guys that were never accused of anything, and their numbers pale in comparison. Jim Edmonds' best home run year was 42, which is great.
Yeah.
But it was in an era where guys were hitting 60 and 70 home runs. So he doesn't get the full credit for the dominant player that he was.
Seems
and it's
double unfair.
And it's nonsense. He is absolutely a Hall of Famer. Absolutely. No questions asked.
Is there a mechanism at this point?
He'd have to get in on the Eras committee when they meet again. So when he gets back into the loop on that, because I don't remember exactly the cycle, but he's absolutely, unquestionably a Hall of Famer. And you can compare him to any of the Hall of Famers that are outfielders in modern times, and he's in the group. He's right there with them. I mean, it's just not that, it's not difficult. It really isn't. He's got the same, if you look at just career wins above replacement, he's right there with Beltran and Andrew Jones, who just went into the Hall of Fame.
On a yearly basis they do the eras, and he would
No, it's on a 3 or 4 year rotation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. 3 things. The first one is they're a great company. They have great windows. They are solid as a tank. They'll bring the windows to you so that you can, see them, feel them, work them. Secondly, they have great guarantees, just ironclad. Once you purchase our windows, you're never going to pay anything for them again. We're going to take care of them. And then 3, the deal. And typically my clients don't start the year with the best deal of the year. They'll kind of let it warm up a little bit and then see how their year goes. And then sometime around the holidays, they'll come up with something really crazy. These guys are blowing it out right off the bat. Buy 4 windows, get 4 for free. That's getting you pretty close to a full house right there. 0% interest on your financing for 60 months. You spread out your payments over 5 years, same as cash, without a penny of interest. $1,000 taken off your entire project after all the dust settles. Let's say it's $15,000. Now it's going to be $14,000. And then they're going to give you a vacation. It's pretty cool. 314-334-2522 or universalwindowsdirect.com.
Playoff mode is on with FanDuel right now. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day, and that's been going on for a while now. So during the championship round on Sunday, you're going to find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you right there in the FanDuel app. More boosts means more ways to lift up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups you believe in. Go with the underdog. Maybe put together a parlay if you're really feeling it. Personally, I like the Seahawks to win at home. They are favored there. Then you can apply your profit boosts, go after even bigger payouts with FanDuel as the playoffs have been rolling. Go to FanDuel.com/Missouri. That's FanDuel.com/Missouri. Get your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. 21 plus and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey. 2026 is here. A new year means new goals, fresh starts, and for many homeowners, it might be time for that big move. If you've been thinking about selling, this is the year to make it happen. I'm here with Gloria Liu from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria, what should home sellers know as we kick off the new year?
Thanks for having me. The start of a new year is always an exciting time, but it also means more sellers are jumping into the market. That adds competition, so timing and strategy matter. The good news is, my team has qualified buyers already looking for homes right now. Whether you need to sell quickly or maximize value, we'll create a plan that works for you. Plus, I guarantee to sell your home at your price and time frame, or I will buy it myself.
Start your new year strong with Gloria Liu and Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Call 314-325-6888 or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Make 2026 the year you move forward with confidence. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, it is a cloudy sky. Right now, 38 degrees downtown at the Arch. We know you want the latest on the winter storm forecast, so let's take you to meteorologist Dave Murray. Dave.
Michael, certainly interesting weather coming up, but we never rush a winter storm, and this is going to take quite a while to unfold. We're going to have plenty of cold air, and we have a southwest low-pressure system. The focus is going to be Saturday night, and into Sunday morning. That's why a winter storm warning is in effect, but there's nothing before that. Again, let's not rush this system in. It's going to take some time to unfold as it comes over the Rockies, but we are going to see a lot of cold weather. We're going to see accumulating snow. Still a little early for exact numbers, so I'm not going down that road, but we will have accumulating snow, and travel, I think, is going to be quite tough, especially from the St. Louis area south. I'll keep you up to date.
And St. Louisans are stocking up ahead of the winter storm.
Gary Ripper with Southside True Value Hardware says they've had a steady stream of people coming in to get ice melt shovels and, surprisingly, one other thing.
I have sold a lot of ice melt, rock salt, and shovels are coming in at a close second, but surprisingly, it's the ice scrapers.
Peggy Caballo is one of those customers who was able to purchase a snow shovel.
Walked in and said, "Hi, do you have any shovels left?" And they said, "Yes, we do." So very good. I got some ice melt and a sled for my grandsons.
Ripper says their supply usually lasts them until the snowfall has already hit, and then afterwards, that's when people can be disappointed that they're out of stock. In South City, Sean Malone, KMOX News.
AAA's Nick Chabaria says the number one reason why people called their emergency service line is because of a dead car battery, given the frigid forecast.
If your battery's more than 3 years old, we recommend having it tested now. That way that you can replace it rather than have it die on you when this cold hits.
He says if your vehicle battery is 5 years old, that is best to replace it before it dies. As Missouri lawmakers consider a request from Governor Kehoe to gradually phase out the state's income tax, a local tax law expert is weighing in. Sarah Markowitz with the Low Income Taxpayer Clinic at Washington University says the move to a more sales and service-based taxation carries with it a psychological impact.
When I'm looking at income tax, I'm looking at that big chunk I have to pay at the end of the year, or I'm looking at my paycheck and seeing it come out steadily. Whereas when I'm looking at sales tax, I'm like, oh, I'm buying something, it's not that big a deal. But if you count up all the cumulative effects of all the things you buy over the year, it may actually be more than the income tax you're paying.
From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. Another major employer is trading downtown St. Louis for the suburbs. Marketing firm Momentum has quietly relocated its office from 1831 Chestnut Street by Union Station to the Fountain Lakes Business Park in St. Charles. The move takes roughly 110 jobs out of the city core. It comes after Anthem Blue Cross left last year. The property is currently listed for lease by Colliers. The Business Journal reports the vacancy rate in the city's central business district is currently sitting at a record high. Let's get you an update of the St. Louis Business Index now to Stifel and Kevin Monton. Kevin?
Hi, Michael. Well, the major indices continued their winning ways today with the Dow gaining 306 at 49,384. S&P was positive 37 at 69.13. NASDAQ was up 183 at 23,408, but the Bloomberg St. Louis Index was down 4 at 1692. Stocks to the upside, though. Charter was up 2.8% at 192.67, and Cigna gained 2% at 280.39. To the downside, Ameren lost 1.2% at 102.90, and Caleres lost a whopping 10% at 12.64. Finally, Stifel positive 1.6% at 138.8. This has been Kevin Monton, Senior Vice President of Investments at Stifel, member SIPC and the New York Stock Exchange. For more information on Stifel, please visit our website at stifel.com.
We've got a crash on 270 East at 367. That's got the right lane closed there. We've got a stall, 6440 West at Spirit of St. Louis Boulevard. That stall is in the left lane. Another stall, 270 North at Tesson Ferry on the right side. We've got a stall, 55 South at Union on the right shoulder. Crash 270 North at 70 West on the right shoulder. Stall 270 North at Dorset on the right side. Stall 6440 going westbound at McKnight. That has the right shoulder closed there.
An interesting weather situation setting up, but it is going to take quite a while to unfold. The storm we're watching, and we've got plenty of cold air coming in on top of that thing, but the storm we're watching is still off the Southern California coast, dropping down into the Baja of Mexico. So this thing has a long way to go, but a winter storm warning has been issued for Saturday night, and into Sunday morning, along with a cold weather advisory. But we are quiet this afternoon. Kind of a mix of clouds and sunshine, 37 for the high. Tonight, lots of clouds will be taking over. It's windy and very cold, 12 degrees. Friday, clouds control, but Friday is a dry day, and 14 for the high temperature on Friday, 4 degrees Friday night. Saturday night and into Sunday, periods of accumulating snow and very cold and windy. 15 on Saturday, 9 Saturday night, and 19 on Sunday. So this is going to be a dry, wind-driven snow. I'm not going to put numbers on this thing, though I do think we're going to have accumulating snow again. Until this thing gets over the Rockies, we don't have a solid handle on this thing. Never rush these things. Let's give it some time. But we do have a winter event on our hands for the weekend. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. Right now, we've got a cloudy sky. It is 38 degrees. The feels like is 35 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Cardinal Cowboy here. Renner Garage Door has you covered. Renner's been turning garage doors from zero to hero since 1966. RennerDoorSTL.com.
RENNER.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. A few minutes past 3 p.m. Hey, Andrew, can you jump on?
Yep.
Are you laughing when I'm laughing at? Yeah. Can I tell him?
Sure.
Bad news. Pudlicker the demon is back.
Uh-oh.
Janelle had a dream
I
about
had a
him.
dream about Pudlicker.
Him specifically?
Well, I mean, the name flashed like through my brain during the dream, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
And we all know that's how demons do it.
You're right.
Yes.
because you had forgotten about him, and he was
Yeah.
gone, and now I don't want you to remember him too much.
When you remember him, that's when he strikes the most. There's a party going on in here.
You having all your buddies over?
Well, my buddies are coming over to hang out.
Another sign of the demon.
That's right.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? That we
3 of
mentioned the
them.
demon and Brad comes
I
walking
know.
in.
I don't know, man.
And now there's 3 of them, like a triumvirate of evil.
All right, which demon is more powerful?
Brad.
The Pudlicker demon or the butt demon?
Well, I haven't encountered the liquor, but I know the butt demon well.
You've never seen? Maybe that is Pudlicker. You don't know.
It could
Oh!
That's right.
It could be.
He's
It
a
could be-
trickster.
Yeah. He got my attention.
Makes you think he's the butt demon.
I'll tell you that.
Right.
And it was all as part of his scheme to get to Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew just ignored him.
Yeah.
Like Freddy Krueger.
I love the idea of like a demon zeroing in on a person and being like, all right, I'm going to possess this guy. And then the guy just won't pay attention long enough in order for
He's
there
like
to be a
knocking on the
successful
door.
possession.
Hey!
Imagine picking out Andrew of all people to possess.
Pud the butt licker.
Like, this is going to be a piece of cake. I'm going to have possessed him in no time.
And he's like, whoa, he just forgot about me. Like, he shows back up at the demon like council, and they're like, what happened? And he's like, my guy forgot about me.
He just moved on to the other
Ghosted me,
stuff.
man.
He just wouldn't stop playing video games. And
He started cleaning up the ketchup. And
yeah,
I was
did you
no
put the
longer-
ketchup down on the tables that you went to? Yeah. Every one. Every single one.
Yeah.
All right, I need a report.
He's got to put his headphone down.
What's up?
I need a report on what was going on there.
Oh, they're going to have Dave Murray on tomorrow morning, so he was talking about connecting with Dave Murray.
You know when that's good is on breaks.
That's not Andrew's fault.
What else you want me to say, man? I mean, you wanted a report?
Tell him, get the hell out of here. I'm on the show. The Oscar nominations are out.
Yes.
And I have 2 reactions.
Okay.
I'm sure you have many. And
Yep,
they're well
okay.
thought out. Mine are knee-jerk and reactionary. First of all, I enjoyed F1. It was a fine pulp movie.
Right.
It is not an Oscar contender.
No, it is not.
Even with 10 movies.
No, it is not.
Secondly, just to show you how everything's relative,
Okay.
last time you were on, I said, didn't like Sinners, went back and watched it again,
Sure.
liked it very much.
Okay.
But now that it set a record for the most Oscar noms, I'm like, oh, let's be honest. I mean, it's not that good. Or is it just it's the best of this year?
Okay, well, the things it was nominated. I mean, it does deserve the nominations, and it's not going to. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to win all of them, which has been talked about. That is the Academy setting itself up for being heavily criticized when it's Sinners has been nominated for a whole bunch and might only win a handful. So like you might have that blowback happen, but I mean, it was a great film, and like I said, I was really happy that the horror genre.
See?
The demon.
That's Pud.
Pudlicker.
You said it like him. The whole genre.
That's what he talks
The
like.
whole genre has.
He's back.
He's back. He's just waiting.
Especially with waiting for me to talk about horror.
Waiting and stuff.
Yeah, but I was just glad to see it represented this year a lot in the Oscars. I mean, you have Amy Madigan, who is talked about being a clear winner for supporting actress for a horror role. That's pretty cool. Sinners being in there, Frankenstein.
Yeah, I guess I didn't clock that, which I love because I love horror, and I've always thought that good horror should be in the
Sure.
Oscars. So
Sure.
that's good.
Yeah, no, I quite enjoy it. I think it's great. There were a lot of good movies out. I just think they've also suffered from when you have to fill 10 slots.
Yeah. Do you like that? Do you not like it?
I wish it was a little bit more dynamic. I wish if there were only 6 movies worth nominating, then it was only 6. If there were 10, then you throw 10 of them in there. But I think now it's like, oh, we got to throw something else in there. And I know that I think the movie is No Other, I forget what
Choice.
it is. Yes, No Other Choice has talked about like that should have had a place in there. But I think it was Bon Joon-ho who talked about that the Academy Awards isn't a global thing. It's more localized. It tends to be, more white European movies that are nominated. So, I mean, I think if it's one of those, it's what you come to expect. Hopefully they're going to get better, but.
So snubs are always fun. Any big ones?
I think maybe the biggest one, I think a lot of the people that were nominated, not nominated, everybody handled it really well. Like nobody really is throwing a fit. Like I'm sure there's Ariana Grande fans who believe she should have been nominated, but I think the best tweet I saw was the reason there were no nominations because people actually saw the movie. It wasn't a good movie. But I would say probably Paul Mescal for Hamnet, not making supporting actor. But how can you not love Stellan Skarsgård getting his first nom? He's 54 years in the business, so it's you'd have to remove somebody in order to put him in. I think it's a fine list.
Yeah. Did you guys see the list? Any reactions?
I haven't seen a lot of the movies, so I don't want to jump in and be like, they snubbed this, good for Sinners, breaking records, the most nominations ever for the Oscars. It makes me want to watch the movie. I still haven't seen it, so.
Yeah, it's a decent movie, and it has, you will be like, it has a lot of layers, but it does. It has cultural importance. It's a little bit of horror and great music, great cinematography. It deserves what it should out there. There's nothing. And then, like I said, then you have Frankenstein, I think, that was nominated for 9. So it was nice to kind of see that the horror genre get kind of their due.
Have any thoughts?
No, I thought Sinners was good, but I didn't think it was like that good. But as you pointed out, they have more slots to fill, so you're going to have more movies named than in previous generations. Because to me, it was really good, but it was not like A++. This is one of the best movies you'll ever see. Because for all the cool things, because it was visually amazing, they still had a lot of the tropes where you're like, why are you doing this? And why are they fist fighting vampires? Like, this doesn't make any sense. And I hate stuff like that. So that's a me thing. But, it was good. I just didn't think it was great. And I think that, but I can't speak to the technical things.
Right.
The things that are technical awards, I can't speak to because I have no expertise in them whatsoever.
Yeah, F1 getting nominated for sound makes sense, If you're
Right,
in the theater
that
and you
kind of
listen
thing.
to it, it's
Yeah.
sure. Everybody that was nominated for cinematography, great. The one I was a little confused about was costume and wardrobe with Avatar Fire and because I was like, isn't this all CGI? They're all up against people who they've actually put together the costumes and wardrobe, and now you have a CGI movie getting nominated for wardrobe. And I thought, well,
that's weird.
You just computer generared their wardrobes. So, but
not for the handful of humans, right? Those must have been great costumes.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding.
Fine.
Did Begonia get anything?
I think it was Best Picture and
Emma Stone was nominated.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, to me, that movie was way better than Sinners, but not necessarily breaking down into all those other categories.
Right.
Right. Because there's a lot of categories where that Begonia just wouldn't fit.
You know what, though? I'm being pretty hypocritical because in years past, before we went to 10 movies, I would complain about the Oscars like, no one's ever seen these movies.
Right.
These are not movies for everyone.
Right.
Well, Sinners was a movie for everyone.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, this is an Oscar material.
Well, no, I think it is, and I'm glad that more normal movies are getting recognized.
And that's why they
as
widened
opposed
the
to
field
just
to
the
10.
foo-foo movies.
Yeah.
That's why they widened it to 10 originally. From my understanding was that they wanted to put more representation of stuff that people had gone and seen at that time. And it's just, there were a lot of good movies this year. I just don't think F1 was.
Yeah.
I don't think F1 was.
What did it
up
get
there.
nominated for?
Best Picture.
For real?
For real.
If at any
And
point
sound,
during
it's
a movie, I roll my eyes. It probably shouldn't be, right? Not like I'm
Very
king of the
true.
world, but
No.
Right.
there were quite a few moments where I'm like, oh,
yeah.
wow,
There's
okay.
a lot that doesn't make sense in that, but it's fine.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Claire Haver, a board-certified OBGYN and menopause specialist. My new podcast, Unpaused, is the place for bold, unfiltered conversations about what it really takes for women to thrive in the second half of life. Every week, I sit down with medical experts, cultural icons, and powerhouse women to talk about what really matters. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Listen to and follow Unpaused with me, Dr. Mary Claire Haver, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
So I remember it was the day after Christmas when Nick was about 15 years old, and he woke me up at about 2 in the morning. My stomach hurts. Let's take some Pepto-Bismol. A couple hours later, my stomach still hurts. We went to the ER. He had an appendicitis, had to have surgery. And at that moment, everything stopped. Nothing mattered to me at all other than my child was, in need of surgery. The simplest kind of surgery, nothing like orthopedic, but still let your child going under general anesthetic. So if your child should go down during a soccer game and be unconsolably crying because they may have ripped an ACL or an MCL, or it could be you. If you need a really great orthopedic surgeon who's also a really great person, which matters, if you haven't met a surgeon that doesn't have the God complex, you need to meet more surgeons because it's pretty prevalent out there. Corey's very cool. A little bit of a goofball even. He's like a funny, affable guy. He's going to make you feel comfortable. Not a goofball in the OR. Really, really great surgeon. He is with the Midwest Orthopedic and Spine Specialist. You can call him at 636-231-5881 or Solman, that's S-O-L-M-A-N, SolmanOrthopedics.com.
John Pertzborn here, and I've come to respect the good works of Hardy's Rise and Shine for Heat benefit, supporting HeatUpSt.Louis.org, where 100% of the proceeds help families and seniors with Missouri and Illinois utilities. It's Friday, February 13th, your lucky day. Volunteer now or pre-order sacks of sausage or egg biscuits only at HeatUpSt.Louis.org. Put the biscuits down, gentry.
What if every time you spent money, you saved money too? With Achieve It Checking from Together Credit Union, you can do just that. Every debit card purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and the spare change goes right into your savings. And here's the best part. Together Credit Union boosts your progress by matching qualifying savings up to $8 a month. It's a free checking account that helps you achieve more automatically. Learn more, or better yet, enroll today at togethercu.org. Together Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Working full-time but still falling behind? Learn how real estate education can help you build income and get ahead on your terms. Text RADIO to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
Hi, this is Bob Ramsey. Congratulations to KMOX, home of the Billikens, 100 years strong as the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS. Little guster for you there on a Thursday afternoon. Really, really pretty outside. If you got anything to do, get on out there. If there's anyone out there who does snow removal in Darden Prairie, get in touch with me. We need someone to do it. And last time we couldn't find anybody. So, yeah. Janelle is here, and Janelle is our entertainment executive director. So we're talking about the Oscars and all that kind of stuff. And we're talking on the break about The Rip on Netflix. And it was just either perfect timing or terrible timing because I had just seen the Matt Damon quote where he said, like, oh, at Netflix, they want you to start out with a big, bad chase scene or some sort of action. And then they want you to restate the premise of the movie 3 or 4 times during the movie. And that was bad because they really do that.
Really do. That.
Each main character takes a shot at, like, let me tell you what's going on, Chief.
Yeah. And they use the word rip over
and
over again.
Yeah.
It's
that being said, like, it's okay. I mean, like, it was.
Well, again, not every book is a literary masterpiece, and not every film is going to be. Some films are made for the people who want something on in the background while they do.
Speaking of
other things,
there was a movie. I didn't see it. I only saw this scene on TikTok. But Jeffrey Wright.
Okay,
is he the actor, the African American actor, beard?
Yeah.
So good.
Yes.
I love that guy. Anyway, he was an author in this.
American Fiction.
Okay.
Love that movie.
I loved the part where the guy was doing the Johnny Walker Black and the Johnny Walker Red and the Johnny Walker Blue. And he was like, same company, same distillery.
That's right.
This one's good.
Yep.
This one's great. And this one's like $200.
Right.
And he was saying that you as an author can write the Johnny Walker Black and the Red and still do the Blue.
Sure.
And as a professional creative, I thought, I don't really suffer from that much.
Right.
But I thought, what a great analogy. That's really good.
It's a great movie. I when that came out, I wished more people had seen it, but it was just kind of like a small little film that flew under the radar. But he's so good in it, and it makes such the argument for the appealing to the less intelligent in order to make your money, and so that way you can then do what really matters and is really creative and really intelligent on the side, because what sells is the dumbed down stuff, and people like to be kind of just hand-fed information instead of, like, oh, I have to think about this and what this means and roll it over in my brain, and sometimes I might have to see a movie twice to understand the themes behind it. It's like, okay, well, that's not for you. Here's the dumber stuff. So you don't have to think too much and hurt that little poor brain of yours. So,
what were you guys talking about that you'd both seen when you were walking in together? And you said, I can't wait for the
Bone
third
Temple.
one?
Bone
Okay.
Temple, yeah.
the Bone Temple.
And I'm sure you would suggest I start out with 28 Days Later.
No,
Oh.
not really. I would do. You could do 28 Years Later. It's you can watch 28 Days Later just to
I think it's better,
understand.
but you don't have to.
Right, I was gonna say, to understand how the ending of 28 Years Later, the Bone Temple ends, you would want to have seen 28 Days Later. But if you don't, it's not gonna be like, I don't understand what's happening at all.
Right. You'll still get it, but you'll get more.
It'll
depth.
mean more.
Yeah.
But
28 weeks later.
Are they doing more?
There's
One
going to be
more.
one more that comes out. Yeah, that's the third one. But like I said, you could tell that this one was kind of a stopgap because they're taking stories from 28 years later, kind of ending them before we move on to whatever's going to happen in the third.
Okay.
Yeah.
It feels like there's going to be a jump for the third one, a time jump of some kind, because unless they're starting now, that kid is going to be. It's going to be like it's going to be like Stranger Things all over again, because
Right.
that kid's going to be 15 or 16 if they wait too long. And in
Yeah.
the movie, what's he, 11, 12?
Yes, 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
But I think 28 Years Later was so beautiful, so emotional. It was just a great film, and I think it's just so fun to watch Ray Fiennes at this point in his career, just enjoying what he's doing.
Especially doing a character like that. I've
Yeah.
not seen it, but I've seen, even to seeing a picture of him, you're
Well,
like,
the first
oh,
one,
that's not your typical
the first
Rafe.
one, the character is a little more subdued,
Yeah, he's even
but he's a bigger part of the Bone Temple.
he's even more he's more subdued even in the Bone Temple until he's asked
Until he's not.
asked to perform.
Right, right.
He's very much kind of the human center of all the craziness that's going on, whether it's the infected or this Jimmy Crystal gang that's in it. He's the one kind of uninfected human that's just kind of still bringing about the touch of humanity to everybody and anything that he encounters.
Did I ever tell you my Ray Fiennes thing with Trish?
Ralph.
Yeah,
Did you call him Ralph?
yeah. I can tell you because she was like, we need to talk about this on the show. But we were talking one time, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, what's that one guy from The English Patient, Ralph Fiennes?" And I'm like, "You mean Ray Fiennes?" And she's like, "Damn it, don't do it. No, it's not Ray Fiennes. It's Ralph something. I don't know how you say his last name. Is it Fiennes or Fiennes?" I'm like, "Sister, it's Rafe. Ray Fiennes." And she, like, a couple hours later called. She's like, "Okay, I'm stupid."
You got me on that one.
Okay, I don't want to be mean, but if you're a guy and you just have a grimy, multiple times refilled bottle of Dial that's got the crusty soap on the outside, that's a red flag.
What if you just have a bar of Dial soap with no soap dish?
I never
like the bar of soap. What if you have one bar of soap and you take it from the shower to the sink, back to the shower? How would you feel good about going to that guy's house?
Oh my gosh, I think I would just leave without saying anything.
Chris Ranji, Amy Mark Scores. Weekdays at 9 on KMOX.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at LanceDruryLaw.com.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
We got a little trouble coming out of downtown on westbound Highway 70. We have a crash westbound 70 between Madison and Branch. The right lane is blocked. Traffic's jammed back onto 44 pretty close to the Poplar Street Bridge. Eastbound's a little slow on the drive-by. Westbound Highway 70. Other than that, just some heavy traffic A to Z out in Wentzville. Westbound 64, Kings Highway out through Clayton Skinkers jammed. It's slow to Big Bend. It's slow Clayton Worcester to 270. And again, 364 out to Highway 70. Southbound 270 on the, it's slowed down, not a jam, but it is pretty busy from 364 down to 64. But after that, it's great down to 55. Southbound 170 from Delmar down to Brentwood's heavy. Northbound, just a little busy north Airport Road. That doesn't look bad. Road work on eastbound 44 has you slowed down. Kings Highway up through Grand. Southbound 55, Gasconade Bates kind of busy, but it looks great down in Jeffco so far for you there. And eastbound 64 is a little busy, Mason into 270 as well. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
But my lips are turning blue. Are they fast?
My darling, Jerry Kelly can install a new furnace tomorrow, no matter what day tomorrow is, even if we call late at night.
You are my hero.
They're fast and they're good and they got it going on. JerryKelly.com.
Thank you, St. Louis, for making Genesis of St. Charles your most trusted and #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2026. We know your time is valuable. That's why every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis Service Valet. Unlock your e-price and save. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Or want something new? We'll bring the test drive to you. Visit GenesisofStCharles.com today. Based on GMA sales records for 2025. See dealer for details.
Looking for your dream home in Wentzville? Welcome to Sutton Farms by Lombardo Homes, where community and comfort come together. Enjoy resort-style living with a private clubhouse, indoor courts, a splash pad, sand volleyball, walking trails, and even a dog park. Design your own custom home in our Parkside, Nature, or Tradition series, all within the top-rated Wentzville School District. Discover the perfect blend of small-town charm and modern convenience at Sutton Farms, located off Piney Road in Wentzville. Visit lombardohomes.com to learn more.
Neovitin began with one doctor's mission to help others feel their best. After years of caring for patients, Dr. Ken Ribicki, a St. Louis physician, created Neovitin, a line of multivitamins designed with quality, safety, and everyday wellness in mind. Each formula is made in the U.S. using the finest domestic and international ingredients to support real people living real lives. Discover the difference today with Neovitin, available at Schnucks, Deerbergs, and neovitin.com. Neovitin, trusted nutrition from St. Louis for St. Louis.
Friday night, it's men's Billikens basketball action as they take on St. Bonaventure. Pre-game 4:15, tip at 4:30 on your home for Billikens basketball. KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 333. Happy Thursday. Gorgeous out there right now. Dave Murray joins us from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk. Hello, Dave.
Welcome to Crazy Town.
Yeah, no kidding, brother. Boy, I hope you hope you have some inch totals because these people are going to turn.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, what? I'll go right there. No, I don't. And what you're hearing are computer model outputs. Our AI is now heavily involved in it too. That's not forecasting. A monkey can read the models. The models are guidance. That's all they are. It's not a forecast. So do it, whatever you want to do with it, just do it. Okay.
So, Dave, some of the your colleagues in town are talking about 6 to 11 inches. No one should be ignored, but should we?
No. Let's go through it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's break this all down. Pull up a chair and relax.
All right.
Okay. The first thing, it's dry tonight. It's dry Friday. It's dry Friday night. Okay. Now, there is a winter storm warning in effect for Saturday night, and into Sunday. Cold weather advisory right through the weekend. The Arctic cold front, I think it's almost right on top of us right now, but the cold air lags by about 200 miles. So there's a pretty good drop in temperature tonight. Let's just start with the cold air. That's guaranteed. Friday, 14 degrees for the high. Friday night, 4 degrees for the low. Saturday, 14 degrees for the high. Saturday night, 9 degrees for the low. And Sunday, 15 degrees for the high. So we got that out of the way. Cold air is in place. Cold air is dry air. Takes a while for moisture to overcome that dry air. Southwest storm system still has to develop. This low pressure system is still off the Southern California coast. And it's going to drop down into the northern Baja and then come into the Southwest, then come over the Rockies, get sheared apart in the Rockies, and then it's going to reform in the Texas Panhandle. Exactly where that reforms is a big question. If it forms 50 miles north of a town, south of a town, west of a town, east of a town, it makes a huge difference in this snow situation. So the real details that everybody wants to know, they want to know the numbers now. I want the numbers now. I want the numbers now. I'm not going to give them to you because I'm not the monkey reading the models and just going, oh, that's what I'm going to go. I'm old school. I don't trust the computer. I don't trust what the models put out. Now, that's not to say we're going to get an accumulating snow. I'm positive of that, but I'm not going to put a number on it. And I still think that the heaviest is going to be St. Louis south. Southern Missouri, southern Illinois is going to get whacked. There's no question in my mind about that. Now, again, the main event is Saturday night, and into Sunday. I think this low pressure system is actually going to come out in pieces. 2, maybe 3 pieces. So it's not going to be one old big storm system that comes at us. As a result of that, I think the snow Saturday morning will tend to be light and spotty and then start to develop as we go through the afternoon. The heaviest will probably be Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then it tapers off after noontime on Sunday. Because it's coming at pieces, there's going to be times on Saturday afternoon you're going to go, that's it? That's all we're going to get? Because it won't be snowing. Let's say 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it might not be snowing at all. The second piece has to come in. And then there'll be a stretch Saturday night. Oh, I guess that's it. No, it's not. The third piece probably has to come through. So it is all tied together. And the other thing I want to stress is that this is going to be a monster winter storm for places that don't like it. Texas, the Gulf Coast is going to see snow. Tennessee Valley, the Ohio Valley, and in time going all the way to the East Coast, and obviously the Midwest. So if you're traveling south by car, truck, whatever, you may want to rethink that. If you're traveling by airplane, the airports are already starting to become a mess because the airlines are starting to move planes around. They don't want them in the snow. So places like Dallas and Atlanta are going to be gridlocked with this. And because there's also going to be some ice involved there. And that's going to ripple all through the chain of the airlines. So flying is going to be a mess. I think it starts to become a mess tomorrow. It's a big mess on Saturday, and it's a big mess on Sunday. So do what you want to do. I'm just letting you know that travel is not going to be very much fun. So there you go. I'll have numbers for you tomorrow because this thing will come out over the Rockies tomorrow. And I think by about noontime, it starts to pull together over the Texas Panhandle. And I'm not going to belittle anybody for throwing numbers on it. You're just reading a computer model. And that's not forecasting.
So, Dave, making it even more difficult, everyone seems to agree that St. Louis is sort of the cutoff.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's a sure. That's not to say it's not going to snow at Quincy or Springfield, Illinois, but I think the heavier snow is going to be kind of right on that line. Now, if the storm comes out and forms in the Texas Panhandle and it wobbles a little bit to the north, let's just say it wobbles 25 miles, 50 miles, that's going to change that heavy snow band. If it wobbles 25, 30 miles to the south, that's maybe takes us out of the heavy snow. And it's just that kind of close. And that's why I've never been in a position to create fear in people.
That's where you and Wheeler are different.
I don't want to spook people. And I know there's people out there that are thinking, oh, it's going to snow tomorrow. It's not going to snow tomorrow because all this stuff is out there. And people are going to start to say, well, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Dave, whether it's 8 inches or 12 inches, where south do you think is most likely to kind of get smashed?
I would say from northwest Arkansas, Springfield, Missouri, up to about Farmington, over to Carbondale.
Okay.
Right now. But again, that line is going, I guarantee you it's going to change.
Yeah. You feel bad for all those towns that don't have the resources,
Oh, yeah. And as you go south, it becomes more and more and more of a problem.
Yeah.
I was stuck in Dallas because of an ice storm. I couldn't get back to St. Louis. I think we were stuck for 3 days. Could not get back because nothing could move.
Yeah.
Nothing could move at all. And then there were no planes, there were no pilots, there was no flight crews, there was none of this, none of that. So I'm just letting people know that you could be putting yourself in that kind of situation if you're traveling through Dallas or you're traveling through Atlanta.
The bad one we had where the city boofed it and so did MoDOT, it was just like a year ago. How many days were we kind of stuck?
I mean, there were city streets that were impassable for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was like almost 3.
Yeah.
It was like 17 days,
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, the blizzard of 82 was, I mean, the town was absolutely paralyzed for 5 days.
Yeah.
Absolutely paralyzed.
Yeah, Dave, I'll have to send it to you. I found a picture, of course, from like a Instamatic of my dad and I on the roof of the house in 82.
I love it.
Like shoveling it off.
I've told this story before. I was working for Channel 5 at the time, And a group of us, it was before the February book started, and we decided to go to Indiana to go skiing. I'm not a skier, but I went anyway, and I'm thinking, this is probably a silly thing to do because it's going to rain down there. And then, of course, a very unusual situation set up. So we got thunder snow, and it dumped and it dumped and it dumped. And I think 25 inches, a good number for that as far as 82 is concerned. And I had a habit in the neighborhood that we lived in out in Baldwin where I would do I have a little snowblower, and I would do everybody's driveway because I enjoyed doing it. And I had the mornings. So I would just kind of clean things up. And I'm just dreading pulling onto our street and seeing 25 inches of snow in our driveway that is now compacted. And you know what? The neighbors did our driveway.
Can you imagine looking out in the morning and seeing Dave Murray snow blowing your driveway?
They're like, wow.
With all of his fax cards.
That's his price of payment.
Like on his chest.
You have to give him your COVID card.
It's like that, like a general has medals. It's just
Do a couple headlines.
I'll let you know. I ground those things up. I put them through the shredder.
Okay,
right.
good.
After the show,
Good.
you embarrassed me so much.
He got rid of evidence.
shredded the evidence.
I was going to say, in the legal field, we call that destruction of evidence. So, Rach, to you.
Headlines is brought to you by Schnucks. Reward yourself daily with the Schnucks Rewards app. NASA is showing off some new pictures. The Hubble telescope captured some images of huge stars that are still forming. They're called protostars, and they're wrapped in dense clouds of gas and dust. Near infrared wavelengths slip through gaps in like the cocoons of gas and dust, and Hubble's able to pick up on that. Pretty cool stuff. Go check it out.
That is neat. That's neat.
Amazon is planning a brick and mortar behemoth store in suburban Chicago. Thought this was pretty interesting.
This is interesting because it goes
Go ahead, Dave.
against it just goes against what they've always been preaching.
Yeah, it is a little confusing. The whole thing is delivering things to your front door, but now they're doing a big box store that's about the size of 2 Targets or about a 35-acre bean field in Orland Park, Illinois. And it'll be their largest physical store to date. So about half of the space is going to function as a conventional store, selling groceries, household basics, prepared food, and the rest will be a back-of-house hub for fulfilling online and in-store orders.
For a million, yeah.
Did you guys see that
center.
It's being reported that the Amazon Ring cams are hooked up to ICE? Wait, what? Yeah, people are really pissed.
Yeah, they're like working with they feed data to a company that has agreed to share data with ICE. So it's like ICE has a kind of roundabout backdoor way to get Ring camera footage, essentially.
Yeah.
So that's in the small print when you buy their product? Is there a release that says you are granting us this right to give your Ring cam information or data to law enforcement or anyone else for that matter?
A couple years ago, I talked about it on the show. It was like you have to opt out of certain things if you don't want Amazon sharing your data.
That's jacked up, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's still
the default
wrong.
should be
It's still
we're
wrong.
not going to share, and if you're okay with it, then you check yes.
Well, when's the last time anyone read terms and agreements? Terms of service.
It's just that's a whole lot of BS.
Yeah.
The FCC is bringing back equal time rules for late night TV. Brendan Carr is the head of the FCC and issued new guidance Wednesday saying that if you are an entertainment-themed talk show on a broadcast station, you have to offer equal opportunities to rivals if you host a political candidate.
Why? I get it on news programming. If it's an entertainment show, why do you have to do anything?
Because he's a boob.
Like, I mean, I totally I am down with this on news formats 100%. Absolutely. But in an entertainment format, why should I be forced? What if the other person's just boring? I'm doing an entertainment show, and if there's a person that's just dull and boring, then why do I need to bring them on?
I mean, we're on a news station, but we're an entertainment show, and especially when we were on 97.1, we're an entertainment show. But we have to do that, right? Haven't we had people, Andrew?
It has come up a couple of times. It's not like it's not
the law.
It's during election season.
Yeah, it's during election season,
you
and
have
as
to
I
provide
understand
full
it, the onus is not on us. The onus is on them, right? So, like, if we reach out to a Republican candidate, we do not then also have to reach out to a Democratic candidate. But if that person's opponent reaches out, then we are supposed to, I think, in good faith.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the law, but it's a good idea in our setting.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing the Tonight Show, who cares?
We're covered because we always have both sides on anyway.
Well, no, I mean, to me, it's better to do that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, but if you're doing an entertainment show, you should be bringing on entertaining people. Although I would also argue if you're doing a late night show, just don't do politics.
And now
I mean, like, did Johnny Carson do politics?
I don't think he ever did politics.
Did Jay Leno?
No.
Did David Letterman? Late. Like, I mean, more
And
after he
joke,
retired.
He made fun
Not
of
a
us
lot.
Say jokes,
constantly
sure.
when I was-
Sure,
Not-
right, but not like
Guests.
topics. Yeah.
Are you talking about guests? No.
Right.
Thank you, Dave.
You got it.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
This traffic report's a service of Meadowview Memory Care. If you're heading through downtown on westbound Highway 70, actually the backup is onto 44 now. Eastbound 44 jams at the Poplar. Out onto westbound 70, that crash in the right lane before Branch. It's also backing up the Musel Veterans Bridge to the Illinois side of the river. And eastbound folks on the drive-by are backed up at about Grand right now. Westbound 70, other than that, once you get out of downtown, it's just kind of busy across the Blanchette Bridge and A to Z out in Wentzville. Westbound 64, Kings Highway to Clayton Skinkers jammed. Clayton Warson to 270, slow. 364 out to 70 is pretty busy. Southbound 270 approaching 364, down through Doherty Ferry, 44 down to Gravois, slow. South 170, pretty busy right around Olive. If you're on eastbound 44 Kings Highway through Grand, you got delays. Southbound 55 Arsenal down through Bates. Southbound Telegraph 255 down through Yeager, at least, is pretty congested. Also, some backed up traffic on 141 southbound through Conway and coming down through south of Clayton Road toward Highlands Boulevard. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Discover Meadowview Memory Care in Arnold, a small, secure community on a beautiful campus. Enjoy peace of mind with all our inclusive rates and comfortable private suites. Schedule your tour today at rspseniorliving.com.
How many of you think taxes will go up in the future? And if they do, who will get hit the hardest? Maybe it's you, headed for retirement. You've been saving in that 401k or IRA, and that money has never been taxed. And Uncle Sam is looking at that account like it's a big, juicy steak. What can you do about it? Join the All Financial Group for their Taxes in Retirement Seminar, Thursday, February 19th or Tuesday, February 24th. They believe a financial plan is not a retirement plan without a tax plan. Fund your retirement, not Uncle Sam's. Reserve your spot today by calling 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824. Or go to yourmoneymattersstl.com. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
Two legendary bands. One massive night of classic rock. Foreigner, performing the songs that defined a generation.
You're as cold as ice.
And Leonard Skinner, bringing Southern rock anthems to St. Louis. Foreigner, Leonard Skinner, coming to Hollywood Casino Amphitheater August 6. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
Renewal by Andersen is the #1 window and door brand for customer service. Schedule your free inspection today. Call 877-WINDOWS. That's 877-WINDOWS. Or head to rbastl.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at repairclinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RAIN to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RAIN to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RAIN.
.352 DGS. Janelle still hanging out with us. Mike Elam will be here soon, right? Yes, Thursday.
There he is out there. He's talking on the phone.
Okay, to no one.
Oh, my gosh.
Total,
Poor Mike.
total fake phone call.
Yes, I'm very important, yes.
Yes, I'm available to be the county executive. Okay.
You need how many pens?
Excellent. Right.
Mr. President, I'll be right there, right after I'm done with the Dave Glover show.
Try to pass,
Ever heard of it?
Try to pass Pud Liquor on to him.
Yeah, well, I think that's up to you now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's your problem.
Yeah.
Just go by and
I
touch his arm.
forgot all about him, so he can't hurt me.
Do demons take references?
Kev, I heard you guys talking last night about the top 100 lists.
Yeah.
Where are our guys on it?
So, well, it depends on which list, but like Baseball America came out yesterday, and I think the Cardinals had 5 guys in the top 100, but I think the lowest was like Joshua Baez in the 50s.
Yeah.
So 5 in the top 50 is pretty good.
Yeah.
3 or 4 in the top 35. Obviously, J.J. Weatherholt was number 3 overall. But what the senior editor at Baseball America is a guy named J.J. Cooper, and he went back and looked at all of their top 100 prospects rankings since 1990. So he looked at like 32 years of it, and then he looked at how those careers turned out. And it turns out that if you're a top 3 prospect, you basically have an 80% chance of being a good player. Like, it's a crazy high percentage when you're rated. And it was really interesting to look at the chart that he put out that, again, this is over time, but like the higher you were ranked in those systems, the more you had good careers, and the lower you go, it's a sliding scale. So the lower you go, the less of a career you have. So people tend to like poop on prospect rankings a little bit, like, they're just nobodies. But it matters. When you have guys that rank real high, it matters.
Many of you know that my inspiration for becoming an accident attorney was my brother Tim, who was rendered a quadriplegic at age 18. I didn't know what a personal injury lawyer was or what they did, but I soon did. Tim was treated terribly by the insurance company, and I became enraged. It was a constant delay and deny. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Tim later worked